Style, we got the kicks. Goals, we got the gear. Places to go, peeps to see, things to do. We got you with the great brands you love at the great prices you deserve. Who are we? We are real, and real sees real. We are you. Tacky Town.
Wel, goeiemiddag. Is jou drywe uit Leo lemoene reg en natuurlik is jou glasie lekker vol. Dit is 'n ongelooflike atmosfeer hier in die Weskus in Saldanha Bar. Natuurlik is dit die Sanlam Boland top 12. In die Sanlam Boland top 12 round 5, we are wrapping things up today, gents. Good afternoon to you. The fixtures are absolutely incredible. Nail-biting Charles and also Heinrich. Very good afternoon to you. The fixtures are so Sapkol and Robertson. They are also playing right now. A big match prediction that side as well. It's going to be crucial. Charles, who's taking that one, because that game, of course, will affect this game as well. Up against Darling today. Heinie, wat gaan gebeur hier vandag?
Groot dag vandag. Dis die laaste ronde. Ons weet Saldanha Robertson is 'n baie grootte daarin. Robertson wat daai ene moet trek om te verseker dat hulle saam semifinaal saam met Saldanha toe gaan. Verloor hulle daai ene sonder bonuspunt. Is dit natuurlik 'n wen vir die manne van Saldanha hier vandag. Is dit Saldanha wat deurglip? So baie groot wedstryde wat hier vandag voor lê.
In so many situations in case it observe these sort of close matches. How crucial will this be? That's a whole Robertson game that's happening that side as well. And of course Saldanha, which is the home crowd here as well. How important is this win? What is they able to win this match against Darling?
Well, but it's going to be a fantastic game. We can see the atmosphere is absolutely pulsating. This is what Sanlam Boland top rugby is about, top 12 rugby is about. And as you mentioned rightfully, it's a big game on the other side. Andre gave all the permutations. We know whatever happens in that game has a big impact. I think for Darling, obviously, we're having to win by 80 points. It's going to be a bit of a tough ask, but all the favours are in Saldanha. Saldanha does all of the wins what they need to get, and obviously result depending there. It's going to be a fantastic game, but I think home turf, fantastic supporting background, beautiful day to play rugby. I think all of the positives are in Saldanha's favour.
Yeah, definitely all of the positives, as we heard there from Charles. And of course, key players here for the team, Saldanha, and of course, the captaincies. How important will the role be when it comes to a leadership appointed from a leadership perspective? How important will the captaincies be from a Saldanha perspective and also Darling as well?
Baie goeie vraag. Ons weet, Divan Joshua vandag se laaste tuisgame verloor hulle hier. Is dit sy laaste game ooit? Natuurlik aan die ander kant, Tim Fortuin baie goeie leier in die slotposisie, maar ons weet ook Louis die scanner in die nommer 10 try. Dit is definitief sy laaste kragmeting vandag as hulle nie daai met 'n wedstryd met 80 punte kan wen nie. So beide spanne baie goeie leierskap eienskappe wat gaan deurkom deur beide spanne. En dit sal baie belangrik wees dat Saldanha nie net voorlangs lyn nie, maar ook met hulle agterlyn jal vandag, want ons het gesien hulle sukkel met in die vorige wedstryde met hulle agterlyne.
Well, there we heard from Heine as well. He's been journeying, especially this side of the world. Charles, you know, we saw last night that the New Zealand and Ireland game as well. How crucial the small breakdowns are. That I think was what cost Ireland that game as well. Lineups were crucial. You know, how crucial is it like this as well? Those small things, small mistakes as well that can hinder you and cost you a vital game. I think Heine, we saw it as well 2 weeks ago. And Savkol. Charles, what will be your take for both sides?
Well, as you mentioned, last year between these two sides, it was a score in favour of Darling, 41 points to 38, which just shows the closeness of both teams. What is going to be actually very important, like you mentioned, the set piece, the scrum, the line out, the maul, it's going to play a big role. In terms of the weather, it's a beautiful day, but the wind is quite strong, blowing from right to left. It's going to definitely play a role. So it's going to be important also for the kickers of both teams to really apply an effective kicking game, especially when you play with the wind. Chase them into the corners, put the pressure on, and obviously then that's where your set phase comes into play in terms of scoring point. It's all about scoreboard pressure. Once you can apply, that's going to be very difficult for the teams to come back.
Heini, breakdowns?
Ja, as ek ook net kan byvoeg daar wat Saal genoem het. Laas jaar, soos ek gesê het, Saldanha wat sal wel uitkom om die revenge te soek. Maar weer eens, daling, laas jaar 32 punte teenoor 0 voorsprong opgebou. En dit was daling, Saldanha wat in die tweede helfte vinnig moes terugslaan met 3 vinnige drieë in kwessie van 5 minute. Maar toe was die koel al half klaar deur die kerk gewees. En weer eens, hulle sal moet die wind gebruik. Ons het in die vorige kragmetings ook in hierdie toernooi gesien. Sodra jy 'n goeie voorsprong kan opbou en jy kan nie half daai voet op die pedaal hou, is jy in 'n gunstige posisie om die wedstryd te wen.
Gents, the most favorite part of this pre-production. Score predictions for today. Shah, I'm going to start with you. Actually, I want to start. Let me start for today. I'm going to go 35-25 to the home team. 35-25.
So yeah, Brent, as I mentioned, it was a very close game. I feel Saldanha has a bit of momentum given their position on the lot. So I will go with the home team by 25 points to 15.
Ag, ek is seker daarvan almal gaan 'n bietjie met my stem bots maar. Kom ons gaan vandag, dis 'n lood as dit dalk moontlik. Kom ons gaan nou net om die appelkar om te gooi. 'n Daling weer 'n 3-punt wen.
3 points a win from Heinrich's point of view. Well, once again, a big shout out and a big thanks to all our sponsors. That is, of course, Sanlam, Rainbow Chicken, Umbro, and of course Heineken. Throughout the game today, there will be phenomenal activities, as you saw a bit early on as well, the talent competition that took place as well, but also a great set of interviews that will occur as well. Die lemoenbreek 20 minute halftyd. Also, do not forget to like, subscribe to Global Sports Network for your latest fixtures, results, and so much more. And of course, Heinrich, our referee for today is
Hybrid Philander.
That is Hybrid Philander. That will be our referee. Couple of minutes ago, the boys are, of course, warming up. Couple of minutes ago to kick off. Stand by, stand in, get ready for a massive clash.
Got style? We got the kicks. Goals? We got the gear. Places to go. Peeps to see. Things to do. We got you with the great brands you love at the great prices you deserve. Who are we? We are real. And real sees real. We are you. Tacky Town.
Like this. Well, good afternoon and welcome here at the sensational Transnet Saldanha Stadium as we get ready for round 5 action of the Sanlam Boland Top 12 competition. It's match day between home side Saldanha and Darling as both teams are still in the running to make the semi-finals of this wonderful groundbreaking competition. My name's Charles van Fullerven in the commentary box and joining me is Heinrich Goos. Good afternoon Heinrich, how are you doing?
Sjoe, goeiedag. Dit was 'n lekker dag om saam met jou hier te wees. Lieflike weer in Saldanha Bay, soos ons genoem het. 'n Lieflike windjie ook in die lug wat van regs na links voor ons verbywaai. Maar ek is seker daarvan dit gaan lekker warm raak op hy veld daaronder.
Absolutely, we're seeing on the screen how much people has come out to this wonderful venue. So well supported Saldanha rugby team, and just seeing all the local community coming out to support their heroes, the hometown heroes that has made such a fantastic contribution to the teams. We see on the field the pitch looks absolutely beautiful. You mentioned a bit earlier in the pre-match build-up about that wind that can definitely play a role in terms of how the game will, the outcome of the game will be. Just how important it is to manage this wind going into such an important match, Heinrich.
Ag, ek dink mense hoef dit nie eens eintlik te noem nie. Elke liewe kyker daar buite en elke liewe persone in hierdie stadion weet dit is regtig krities om jou punte te vat soveel as moontlik en wanneer jy saam met die wind speel om in die regte areas van die veld te jol. Druk jou opponente vas in hulle eie kwartgebied en probeer daarvan af balbesit afneem en gaan skoor.
Absolutely, as we heard earlier that Darling won this very enticing fixture last year, 41 points to 38, and has it all to do in terms of if they harbour any hopes of going into the semi-finals. Of course, they need to win and by 80 points, and obviously having to hope that Robertson loses that match that is currently against Safkol. For Saldanha, the permutations are quite easy. You have to win today, and hopefully Safkol, which is a very strong team, win against Robertson, and they're on the screen. So good to see that the local people of Saldanha has embraced their team. You see it all over this wonderful competition, the Sanlam Boland Top 12. How important is a competition like this for the local people?
Oh, dit is baie belangrik om te sien week in en week uit in Vredenburg, in Saldanha, in Caledon, elke liewe venue waar daar wedstryde gespeel was in hierdie Sanlam Boland Top 12, was dit gepak van die local support, even die travelling support het gegaan na die veld toe om hulle spanne te probeer deurdruk. Maar wat ook baie lekker was die feit dat jonk en oud saamgestaan het en agter hulle spanne ingekom het.
Absolutely, as we see on the screen there, that young girl walking out as the teams get ready. Obviously, Saldanha, such a wonderful team that has done so well. Currently third on the log, and Darling, the team that they will be going up against, will be fourth on the log. Both flag bearers today, proudly carrying their flag with so much history for both teams. That has been part of not only this competition but many other competitions within the Boland. And as we said, it's going to be an absolute enticing encounter happening at 5 p.m. Other games also happening today. Young Spurs against Ceres, that happens at 3 o'clock. Abbotsdale against Caledon, as well as Newtons against Vredenburg, and then Robertson and Safkol and Eagles up against Villager Worcester. But today, our focus is on this match today. Saldanha going up against Darling, which is going to be an absolute fantastic clash.
Ja, so, ons net so kyk daar na die wind wat sterk waai, die jong dames wat moet vasklou, anders gaan hulle dalk in Vredenburg gaan haal word. Maar ons sal nou natuurlik na die nasionale anthem van Suid-Afrika sal ons deur die spanlyste hardloop, maar ek is seker daarvan die mense is op die punt van hulle stoele en kan nie wag vir hierdie kragmeting om te begin nie. Veral omdat dit so groot impak gaan hê van of Saldanha en Darling nog 'n rol gaan speel in die volgende komende weke.
Yeah, so we see the youngsters of the local community coming out to support their team. They will have a special huddle for the home team captain, Divan Joshua, who potentially will have his last game on home turf. Such a folk hero amongst the local community, a man that has really wear his heart on the sleeve and has done absolute above and beyond for this club, for this community, and rightfully today he will be celebrated. Well, we can't do what we're doing without our sponsors, our headline sponsors, Sanlam, who will reward the Sanlam Confident Player of the Match later with a wonderful prize of R1,000. Also, Techie Town, who is so instrumental in providing everything that is needed, not only from a financial point of view, but also apparel. And then Vumatel, also such a phenomenal partner over the years. And Rainbow Chicken SA, making sure we get all of the protein ready, as well as giving vouchers. So we've got some wonderful partners out here today. How important is sponsorship, especially for a competition of this stature, Heinrich?
Ons weet dit is heel onmoontlik vir 'n toernooi om te kan geskied sonder sponsors. En ons het gesien hierdie jaar Sanlam en Santam, Tekkie Town, Vuma, Umbro, in Rainbow en Heineken, almal het 'n groot impak gehad op wat geskied het hier met al die verskillende kompetisies en goedjies wat plaasgevind het. Maar dan wil ons vir die mense ook net daar buite sê, kom kuier vir Anna in Saldanha, gaan koop 'n tekkie, as 'n voete 'n skurf.
There you heard it. It's all happening here with all the same things. Heinrich will keep you entertained with all of the local sayings. That's going to provide absolute entertainment there as we have a look at all of the supporters coming into their buckies, their cars, their buses, everyone coming, even by foot, to come and support their local teams. We've mentioned earlier about the permutations of getting through. A win will give you 4 points, a draw 2, a loss obviously 0. But what both teams want today is the full house. They want to get the bonus point win, the 5 points on offer, as they also depend on the match that is currently happening between Suffolk and Robertson. Both teams are getting ready as we about to embark and start this match. Obviously our ref, Hybrid Philander, such an experienced man, and will be the man that will be in the middle to take charge of this match. Our match officials, Heinrich, has been absolutely phenomenal in this tournament. They have been pivotal to make sure that running rugby takes place, but also making sure that the game flows so beautifully.
Ja, Charles, as 'n voormalige skeieregter myself, weet ek die druk waaronder daai jong manne moet altyd gaan. Week in en week uit moet jy soveel preparation doen voor die wedstryd en seker maak op die dag jy en jou span van 3 is, of jy en jou assistent skeieregters is 'n span van 3 en gel saam en hulle weet wat van elkeen verwag word. En net weer eens hats off aan die jong man. Hy het Philander baie goeie toernooi sover gehad en ek is seker daarvan vandag gaan hy net weer eens 'n baie goeie wedstryd hanteer vir ons daar in die middel.
Absolutely, as we see that beautiful venue on the screen, the Transnet Saldanha Stadium, such a beautiful, iconic venue, a venue that has been so important to the community. As we see both teams running up first, Darling, the visiting side that is led by their captain, and there's that man in the middle, the man that will lead. He will play his last game, Earl Lewis, in the fly-off jumper, and Captain Mitchum Fortain, also such an important part of this team. They will be wearing the black strip today, and just so good to see players taking their lead, saying their last prayers as they get ready. I'm sure all the nerves, Heinrich is now firmly, especially for a guy like Earl Lewis, who has played provincial rugby, he's played Currie Cup rugby, representing many unions within South African rugby. Do you think a guy as experienced as him still has a bit of nerves?
Ek is seker daarvan, elke speler wat op daai veld is, even Earl Lewis, moet nog steeds hoendervleis kry en nog steeds butterflies hê, want dit beteken dan hy is gereed vir hierdie kragmeting.
And as you can hear on the screen, the fans are shouting, they are cheering for the folk hero, the captain of Saldanha, Divan Joshua, leading it out. This will be his last game for Saldanha on this turf, and you can see the emotions are all over the place. Such a fantastic player, but more importantly, a fantastic human being that will lead his team. And there we see the Saldanha Chargers now taking the field, being warmly greeted by their home fans today, wearing the blue and red strip for the home team. Phenomenal players all over the park, especially the half-back combination in the form of Darren Visser and Dorian Carulis. So important today for Saldanha.
Ja, ons kan nie dit meer noem hoe baie elke speler eintlik op daai veld 'n groot impak moet hê vandag nie, want dit is wen of verloor en dit is wat jou toekoms bepaal.
And there we see the refs that will be doing the job today. We mentioned earlier Hybrid Philander, such an experienced ref, have done absolutely well and will be assisted by these two men that has also been so important in making sure that the laws of the game implemented well. You've mentioned it earlier, we are so proud of our refs, we are thankful to our refs And I want to encourage all our spectators that are watching, even when you see a ref, thank them, because without them the game can't happen. So well done to our refereeing team. We see all the teams are lining up as they will get ready to sing the national anthem. Nkosi Sikelele, E-Africa, always an important part of getting the blood stirred and getting everything ready. We are queuing now as we hear the national anthem of South Africa.
Nou die nasionale volkslied sing en jy kan sien die baie mooi prentjie wat die voor die afspeel. So dames en here, baie stilte, staan as u kan staan en dan wag ons vir die speel van die nasionale volkslied.
Absolutely hair-raising stuff as we heard the national anthem of South Africa. We've seen it so many times with the Rugby Championship, where the local people of South Africa really embraces it. These wonderful anthems. Both teams are now getting ready to face each other for this all-important clash as we go through the team sheets. There you see Johan Low for Saldanha, Lucette with Divan Joshua, captain of Abdul Latif, the darling side. Chester Gordon, Wilder Davids, Henwil Cleopas. Such a formidable combination when it comes to scrums. Going to the second row, we've got Angelo March for Darling, Mitchell Fortain, so experienced in terms of his leadership. Also on Saldanha's side, we've got Brendan Murray, Emil Boyson, so physical in the loose. Then if we look at the back three of Saldanha, at loose end, or loose flank, sorry, Fawn, McKenzie, John van der Ven, Brody Goddard, such a phenomenal combination. Brady Titus, Fernando Poodle, Wilder March will want to counter the loose play of this Saldanha side. Heinrich, can you take us through the backs?
Ja, natuurlijk aan die kant van Saldanha had ons vir Darren Visser en Pirano Carolus, jong skakelpaar wat hulle hande gaan vol hê vandag teen Anasto Warnick en natuurlijk de Scanner Lewis. Dan aan die binnekant, onderkaptein van Saldanha, Sano Greiling wat 'n baie goeie toernooi sover het en Samilio Klaasen wat in die middelveld gaan diens doen. Hulle gaan natuurlik te staan kom teen Verdien Daniels en Sergio Prince. Dan net ons aan die buitekante van Matthew Jacobs en Jaden Lewis saam met 'n ervare man, Rotwell Jonkers wat gaan diens doen. Daar teen Fagan Palmer, Gerrit Carolus en dan natuurlik ook JT Abrams wat ook al 'n gesoute man is vir die Darlingspan.
Yeah, players are now saying their final team talks as we get ready for this very important clash. It is Sanlam Boland Top 12 competition. It's all to play for today as we see the bench, Wesley Adams, Monroe Jacobs, Jordan Abrams for Saldanha. Sure, these benches of both sides will want to make the impact when they get the opportunity.
Ja, ons weet Monroe Jacobs natuurlijk. Ja, vorige paar wedstryde baie goeie rugby gespeel. Skrimskakel wat geen introduction nodig het nie. Baie briljant, so ek neem aan daar is 'n groot rol vir hom van die bank af en natuurlik aan die kant van Darling. Kelvin Martinez oor die 100 wedstryde al vir die span van Darling wat ook baie ervaring van die bank af gebring.
And now, as we get ready for this match, we know the saying that is so apparent. We've heard it now from the local announcer as well. As jou drywe uit, lê jou lemoene reg, as jou glas vol van 'n tyd vir Sanlam Boland top 12. We are ready to kick off this wonderful match. As you see, the Saldanha's playing the red and blue strip, and that's that man there, the number 10, Doriano Caruelas. So elusive, so energetic, so strong in the way how he carries the ball. Such a smart player, and he will get proceedings ready for us as we get ready for this all-important clash to see if not both, one team can advance to the semi-finals today. And Caruelas kicks us off as Saldanha plays with the wind at the back. Strong run outside of the 22 of Darling as they look to build from the 22. Deciding to keep ball in hand, playing against this wind with Saldanha's defense quite steep. Lewis deciding to play his forwards, still struggling to get out of their 22 as the defense of Saldanha still resolute. The counter attack, or the counter shove rather, from the Saldanha, putting a lot of pressure on the breakdown as the Darling attack at the moment has absolute no answers for this resolute defense, and they opt to go with the boot as Lewis gives a very good kick downfield, but caught by Caruelas as they look to play the ball wide on the open side. Opportunity here as they split the ball through their hands. The strong runner Brody Goddard putting the ball through for the fullback. Rodwell Jonkers scoring the first try. What a fantastic start for the Saldanha team.
So, wat 'n begin het ons nie gesien daar nie. Rodwell Jonkers, hy vind sy flank na Brody Goddard. En Brody Goddard wat net oor 'n plat trek en vir Rodwell Jonkers vind. Kom ons kyk weer. Rodwell Jonkers, soos ons gesê het, vir Brody Goddard wat die man trek en net vir 'n oomblik wag hy vir die regte oomblik en ons weet dit is 'n lang man wat daar deursny. Rodwell Jonkers, briljante loopie. Oh, wat 'n begin vir die manne van Saldanha.
Absolutely fantastic start for the local men. You can see the crowd really getting stuck in. Fantastic run there by Brody Goddard. You're going to have to really watch him today. So strong and so elusive with ball in hand as that man, Doriano Caruelas, who was the pivotal man who started us off with that counter attack. And he will want to start off well from the tee to add the necessary 2 points. Good strike as the flags go up, adding to the score as Saldanha now currently leads by 7 points to 0. Henry, take us to a replay.
Ja, ek dink daar is meer as genoeg gesê met die, maar kyk net weer eens daar na daai aangee van die flank. Dit is perfekte timing gewees daar ook met en die samespel tussen hom en Jonkers. Wow, weer eens.
JP Abrams, it will restart as we just got over the 3 minutes. Good high hanging kick from the fullback. And Darling gathers that ball as they look to build inside of the 10 of Saldanha. Strong run by Chester Gordon. Such a strong run with ball in hand as they release the big man. Henwell Cleopas, needing about 3 defenders to take him down. Lewis again with a flat pass as outside centre Sergio Prince steps and eludes, keeping the defenders honest. The recess advantage wasn't given there as they given the penalty for the offside. The defense a bit over eager on that occasion from Saldanha.
Ja, ons het gesien the Great Wall of China, maar die wall van Saldanha wat net so bietjie te vinnig opgekruip het daar. Maar weer eens dit net gewys Lewis wat so bietjie teruggehang het met daai aangee van hom. Goeie loopie deur Prins, maar weer eens ons kan spel soos ons gesê het, maar baie goeie besluit dink ek van Lewis net seker te maak hulle kry hulle punte, begin net weer eens van onder af. En kruip hulle nader aan die telbord van agtertelling van Saldanha.
Baie gemaklik vir my.
Yeah, Lewis, such an experienced flyer. I've played for the Lions, for the Boland. He's been a man around the block. And interesting decision for him to go to poles with the wind blowing right into his face. So it'll be very important for him to keep the ball as low as possible to try and get that trajectory right and see if he can get the all-important 3 points for his team. Good strike by Earl Lewis, fantastic strike as he had the 3 points. And the score currently 7 points to 3 as Saldanha still lead, but the experience of Earl Lewis again showing why he's so important for this Darling team.
Ja nee, weer eens definitief teen die wind en dit is in die senter Juffrou Venter, 3 punte op die tellbord vir Darling.
Absolutely, as we almost reach the 5-minute mark. Remember, in terms of how the match is, we play in classes of 20 minutes. The Lamoonbreak will come in at the 20-minute mark just to give the players a bit of a breather and a quick team talk opportunity. As the ref just indicated for the substitution, a blood replacement for Darling as number 22, Luwade Warwick, enters the fray. And that man, Doriano Carolis, will restart this match for us. Again, nice high hanging kick for the young fly off. And again, an unfortunate mistake, but the ref said the ball went forward on that occasion. Very unfortunate, especially getting the 3 points and immediately now putting themselves under pressure.
Ja, baie goeie, lekker hoor, langskop. En met spoed daar deurgekom en vir 'n oomblik is dit net die span van Darling wat hulle ook van die bal afhaal en ongelukkig vir hulle moet hulle nou die span van Saldanha probeer weghou van die doellyn af want ons weet gevaarlik is Saldanha in hulle kwartgebied.
Let's go.
Yeah, scrum just inside the 22 of Darling. Fantastic attacking platform now. We know with these elusive backs of Saldanha, the likes of Matthew Jacobs, Jaden Lewis, so fast with ball in hand. And fullback Rodwell Jonkers, who scored the first try, just lurking behind the centres. But it all starts with the tight 5 to get that solid right, or that left shoulder rather, trying to negate the loose trio of this Darling team. You know, the scrum's so important for both teams. With the Saldanha pack, such a force to be reckoned with. And you see there on loose set, Cameron Snyder's number 17 on the field. And then if you look at the front 3 of Darling, Waldo Davids, Chester Gordon, Henwo Cleopas, quite big men. And the real gives a short arm. One thing that we've seen about the refs, they're not going to be wasting time around the set piece. And again, an early engagement from Saldanha, again discipline, letting themselves down on that occasion, as the fullback of Darling, JP Abrams, will want to look for much needed relief.
Ja, Charles, ek dink die span van Saldanha, Divan Joshua en sy voorheen manne sal baie ongelukkig wees met daai ene. Dit het nou oorgretig gewees en dit het vir nou vir die span van Darling net 'n bietjie asem gegee om weg te kom uit hulle kwartgebied.
Yeah, so wonderful to see the fans coming out to enjoy themselves in this wonderful occasion, which is Sanlam Boland top 12 rugby. Good line out as the number 8, John van der Fant, wins it. Saldanha looking to build through the middle. Visser with a nice flat pass, as the number 17 mentioned it earlier. Cameron Snyder's keeping 2 defenders. Strong defense by Darling as they look to get themselves over the advantage line. Visser changing direction. Good step inside from John van der Fent. So strong with ball in hand. He's got a roll of Darling defense. He's got to roll away there. Bit of a hospital pass as the Darling defense rushed up. And could find himself very unfortunate there with the knock-on as the scrum is awarded to Saldanha. You see the set piece is a bit of a challenge at the moment, Heinrich. How important it's going to be to get the synergy ready as we see the number 13 of Darling, Sergio Prince returning back to the fold, but getting back to the set piece. How important is going to be to lay the platform for attack?
Ons weet, jy kan nie sonder jou voorspeler speel. Die set piece is bitter belangrik om voorvoetbal te kan kry. En beide spanne wat baie gretig is om net hulle balbesit te hou en van vooraf te begin agterlyn bal goeie bal gee. Ons sien Greiling wat sukkel om bal onder ewige druk te kry daar.
Middle scrum here for Saldanha with both options to attack. As the scrum has been quite tricky and sticky and difficult at the moment for both these attacks the forward. And the ref again stops play.
Blood.
Another
Blood's up.
another blood. Looks like Lucid and will clear pass. Being replaced
Ik sta glad so ek kan
just to make sure he gets the parent on his face.
ek sien dit by al twee spanne vir my.
Number 17 from Darling, Brandon McCook taking his place. Just for the viewers on the screen, you will see the Lucid wearing number 17, but it's in fact Johan Lowe, who's the starting prop for Saldanha. He's wearing the 17 jumper for his team. So it's going to be very important here now for these two teams to listen to the race call in terms of the scrum sequence. Heinrich, with both teams a little bit over-eager at the moment in the set piece.
Ja, dit is ook al 'n bietjie van 'n stop-start affære op die oomblik. Maar ek is seker van sodra ons nou weer net 'n bietjie rustiger raak en almal net by hou by hulle instruksies, kan ons baie goeie rugby sien deur beide spanne.
Darren Visser with the feed there. We have a completed scrum. It looks like Darren going in the close side, getting the ball out of the scrum. Good kick through as he tries to find space. And a fantastic bounce for the number 9, Darren Visser, Saldanha. Really using this wind very effectively, Heinrich.
Baie goeie skoppie gelyk op hom so met die buitekant van sy toks net liggies so op die voet wil sit. Ons weet hulle speel saam met die wind en briljant die bounce of the ball wat in sy favour is.
Yeah, Darling would want to get out of their own 22 as Chester Gordon finds his jumpers. And the ball now in full effect as they try to get out. Number 17, Brandon the Cook breaking from the maul. As Darling will look to try and clear their lines. Lewis just barking the orders. And the experienced flyer, most importantly, finds touch against a very tough wind blowing into his face. But again, that man, Darren Visser, the number 9 of Saldanha, so sharp in terms of how to identify space, and he's got a really good kicking game as well.
Ja, definitief baie goeie kicking game deur Darren Visser, verskoning en Carolus, beide die skakelpaar, soos ek genoem het, lekker jonk en hulle wil net 'n stempel afdruk vroeg in die krag net.
Yeah, Captain Divan Joshua not finding his jumpers as Darling looks to break out of their own 22. Strong run through the middle as they look to get some very important meters on the field, playing against this wind. Warnick opting to go the opposite side with his pack of forwards. Trying to sneak and look if there's a gap on, but he opts to go back to his forwards. Again will clear pass. Again, so strong with ball in hand, keeping the defence of Saldanha honest as they look to bowl again around the fringes. Warnick again playing his forwards. At the moment is Darling pack making fantastic meters, but again not getting over the advantage line as Vaughan McKenzie got the all-important steal there in a very important penalty inside the half of Darling.
Ongelukkig vir Darling hou daar op die grond, maar soos jy sê McKenzie baie vinnig op die bal, soos ons gesê het vroeër, 'n Jack Russell op 'n tennisbal, hy's daar, hy soek die bal en Saldanha wat nou vir Darling vasdruk hier in hulle kwartgebied kan ons weer 'n goeie dryfbalbeweging sien wat ons vroeër in die seisoen gesien het deur die voorspelers van Saldanha.
Yeah, good touch finder there by Carolus, getting the line out inside the 22 of Darling. It's going to be very important as they lost the previous line out. Captain Divan Joshua really want to find his jumpers to try and get that maul in full effect.
Number 9 by 2.
Given how successful they've been in this tournament. Joshua finds his jumpers. Good line out by Saldanha as the maul now is in full effect. Darling managed to stop the momentum. As Visser plays his inside centre, Samuel Greiling, the vice-captain of Saldanha. It is wave after wave as Johan Lowe takes the ball up. Options here for Saldanha as they get over the advantage line. And a fantastic finish by the number 4 of Saldanha, Brentwood Murray. It was wave after wave and a fantastic try by Saldanha.
Oh ja, baie goeie samespel tussen die voorspelers. Natuurlik Greiling wat reguit gemaak het. Ons weet hy's 'n sterk binnesenter as ons weer kyk na die kyk weer. Die samespel tussen Greiling en Lou en dan natuurlik sport aangee. En dit is natuurlik die man met nommer 4 op die reg, Maree wat besluit hy kom binne toe en net langs die regte reg op gaan haal uit van hulle 5 punte.
Yeah, absolutely. As number 10, Doriano Carolus will look to add 2 points. It's a very easy kick and he gets the 2 points as Saldanha now leads by 14 points to 3 against Darling. I'm mentioning again in that replay how Saldanha's just wave after wave in terms of how they're taking on the advantage line, and that man, so difficult to stop 5 meters from the line. The try scorer Brenwyn Maree as he gets his side a handsome lead now of 14 points to 3 as the fullback of Darling, JP Abrams, will restart this match. Again, nice high hanging kick from the fullback, and they've been doing so well to regain their ball as number 9 Warnick looks for space.
No. There's not
Outside
any
centre,
players,
Sergio
guys.
Prince doing the scrum of duties, opting to go same side with a nice flat pass. And there's Manchester Gordon. It's so strong, the ball in hand, as Darling will look to get themselves back into this match. It's going to start with that man, Lewis. Try and get some experience and direction for his team. Saldanha again looks to probe. Lewis opting to go with a kick. Nice, good kick, but a good gather by the fly off Doriano Carolus as he gets stopped in his tracks by the defense of Darling. Moment. Both teams going helter-skelter at each other. Saldanha will look to try and get out of their own 22. Fly of Carolus opts to go with the kick. Nice high herring kick. As Lewis gathers so easily, and look at the step from the fly-offs rolling back the years as Darling sets up the ruck inside the half of Saldanha. Strong run by number 8 Fernando Pudo, again keeping 3 defenders busy in the loose. Darling very scrappy with the ball in the loose break.
We lost it forward.
At the moment, Darling not getting the phases, not building enough phases to put this defense of Saldanha under pressure.
Ja, ons sukkel so 'n bietjie net om voorvoetbal te kyk. Daar is hier en daar soos ons sien dat Lewis wat sy magic probeer en self natuurlik ook Poedel. Maar dit is net asof Darling so 'n bietjie sukkel om aan die gang te kom en net hulle is ondersteunende spelers te vind.
Yes, we look at the screens again, fans in full flight with their singing all their local songs as they bring the gees, bring the fire in what has been a pulsating first 15 minutes in the Sanlam Boland top 12 match. Remember, the permutations is quite simple. For Saldanha, they need to win and hoping that Safco, who's on top of their log, win their match against Robertson. For Darling, however, they need to win by 5 points and by 5 points and having a margin of 80 points. It's going to be very tough with the start that they've had against the Saldanha team. As the ref blows the whistle to restart this match with the scrum set just inside the half of Saldanha. It's been one for you, one for me in the set piece. And good to see Divan Joshua having a smile on his face. This will be, of course, his last match for his beloved Saldanha, as he will look to try and put pressure under this Darling pack. But again, the tighthead Abdurrahman Latif again losing his bind, and the penalty given to Darling with probably Lewis opting to go for the 3 points, which he does.
Ja, weer eens dinge wat net verkeerd loop vir Saldanha en weer eens soos ons genoem het, baie goeie besluit. Lewis probeer net nog 'n keer daai 3 punte byvoeg. Ons weet die telling is 14-3, maar hoe teen die wind, hoe meer punte jy kan in die tweede helfte invat, hoe beter.
Absolutely, it's a matter of just gathering points, trying to pile up the points rather, scoreboard pressure, knowing that playing with a win is like playing with an extra man. And fly off Lewis, such an experienced campaigner, as we've mentioned. And we'll try to add the 3 points to his team. It's a good strike, but you can see the wind again having its effect.
Stay blue, stay 12.
As the right wing,
Onside.
Jaden Lewis gets a good kick downfield, but a good gather by Darling as they look to build out of their own half with the inside centre, Vadim Daniels. Losing the ball in contact.
Advantage not
The
gone.
rest is advantage came over. As the right wing now, Jaden Lewis gives a kick through, the ball spills out. But fortunately for Darling, the ball went out there with the line out now for Saldanha inside the 22. You give these back three an opportunity, Heinrich, especially from Saldanha, and they will punish you.
Ja, baie mooi loop hier deur. Jaden Lewis aan die buitekant. Ongelukkig vir hom, die bal wat net al aan die kant klein raak. Vir 'n oomblik gelyk of daai bal net gaan regspring en weer 'n onkant betrapte 3 weer steen die span van Darling.
Yeah, absolutely. 2.5 minutes to the Lamoon break.
You got 2 receivers,
Playing
guys.
this match in clusters of 20 minutes. Just to give the players a bit of a breather in what has been a very hot day here in Saldanha. And a good line out find by hooker Divan Joshua. Premeditated move as the try scorer Murray takes the ball up. Saldanha slowing the ball down, trying to get some momentum again in their loose play. And Fisher changing direction, wanting to change direction, but the penalty given to Saldanha. And I don't know if you saw that, Heinrich, it looks like a bit of a football little injury from Chester Gordon holding his face there, but a penalty for Saldanha and probably the wiser choice to go for the line, with the kick.
Ja, definitief. Hulle is teen die agsame wind in die eerste helfte, maar moet net byvoeg ook 'n baie swak besluit daar gewees deur die span van Darling. Van die voete af, speel die bal op die grond.
Thank you.
Jy kan nie bekostig om strafskoppe af te staan in die kragmeting. Ons het gesien in ander kragmetings hoe strafskoppe spanne kom buite in die agtersteewe.
Yeah, absolutely. Opportunity now for Saldanha with a line out just outside of the 5 of Darling. And we know with the maul of this red and blue machine, so strong when they all get there. The maul. We can see the momentum now firmly with Saldanha as Darling is desperate to stop it. And the ref says that the breakaway was in effect as Darling looks for the quick tap penalty, but the ref says it was not from the right spot. I'm sure that will be a complete coach killer and so disappointing for the Saldanha team who had a golden opportunity there for the 5 points, Heinrich.
Ja, definitief vir die tweede keer in hierdie kragmeting, of althans die derde keer in die kragmeting wat dinge net verkeerd gaan vir Saldanha in hulle eie of in die opposisie se kwartgebied. En dit kan miskien dalk in die tweede helfte vir hulle in die agtersteewe kom byt. Maar dan wil ons ook net so 'n vinnige skoor altyd gee daar van die ander kragmeting wat almal ook 'n een oog opgooi. Robertson, na 15 minute 7 punte teenoor 5 voor.
Yeah, so much eyes on so many matches today to see who will qualify. As Saldanha with a big run from the number 6, Vaughan McKenzie. And I think the ref will probably need to stop play there. Oh my goodness, the contact collision there was absolutely ruthless. Putting the number 8 of Darling, Fernando Pudel, who's also a big man himself, putting him firmly back on his backside. But as we approach the 20-minute mark, it will be interesting to see that the ref will give the Lamoon break. And yes, he gives the Lamoon break as I will cue back to our local man on the field, Brent Wayne de Wet, to take us through the Lamoon break.
Well, Charles, absolutely phenomenal first 20 minutes. Well, it's 14-3 Saldanha in a very well lead there. Phenomenal tries that came through. Jonkers in that very first 5 minutes was absolutely phenomenal. Ball carrier Brody was absolutely sensational as well, setting up especially that very first try to Jonkers, but also Murray getting another try as well. 3 points for Darling. They're going to have to bounce back right after this first 20 minutes.
Great insights there by our man on the field, analyst Brent Wayne de Wet, also our presenter for today. As the Lamoon break, which is so synonymous with the history of the game. Nowadays the players enjoy Powerades and all kinds of energy drinks. We know back in our day, Heinrich, the Lamuna was sufficient to get the energy going into the 80 minutes.
Ja, nee, dit was belangrik om jou sitrus in te kry week in en week uit. En veg jy daarteen, het jou ma seker gemaak jy kry dit in elke week. Maar dan wil ek ook net self voordat terwyl ons hierdie oomblik het, dankie sê aan elke kyker daar buite, die sponsors vir Global Sports Network, ID Consulting, G Sportswear, dan ook natuurlik vir Joas. Dankie en Fluid, aan elkeen wat dit vir ons moontlik maak, ook om natuurlik vir die kykers daar buite dit moontlik te maak om elke week in en uit die kragmetings dop te hou wat ons vir hier bring lewendig hier op Global Sports Network.
Yeah, absolutely. They can't do what we do without the sponsors. A big thank you to our headline sponsor, Sanlam, who's been so pivotal in making a platform for these players to express their skills. Also a big thank you to Tiki Town, Vumatal, Umbro, Santam, Rainbow Chicken, of course, Heineken, who is also part of our partners in making this wonderful tournament awake. Just looking at the first 20 minutes, Heinrich, Saldanha has been so strong in the set phase and in the loose play. And Darling, playing against the wind, it's going to be very difficult for them to get any sort of points against this very well-organized machine in the form of Saldanha.
Ja, definitief, soos ons genoem het, Saldanha wat so bietjie meer gemaklik lyk met bal in hand, maar ons weet ook, hulle het gesukkel 2-3 keer bal verloor in die kwartgebied van die span van Darling. En ons weet, jy moet definitief soveel as moontlik 'n voorsprong opbou in Saldanha Bay.
Yeah, absolutely. Score at the moment now 14 points to 3 in the form of Saldanha, in the favor of Saldanha rather, as the Lamunbreek looks like it's something of the past. As the next 20 minutes is going to be very crucial for both teams. For Saldanha specifically wanting to break the gap on the scoreboard, but Darling wanting to get themselves back into this match to try and see if they can get over the whitewash.
Okay, gents, man, was moedig
Get the all-important 5 points. With the score currently at 14 points to 3 in this all-important clash in this Sanlam Boland top 12 competition. The scrum set phase now set on the 10 meter in the half of Darling, with the fans again coming out showing their support for their team. You see the red and blue machine, or the red and blue army rather, coming out to support their team. The scrum obviously has been a bit of a challenge for both teams, but hopefully with the Lamunbreek, the coaches could give the insights of how to set properly and get the bind, get the engagement right. As we want to see running rugby that has been so apparent in these first 20 minutes. As number 9, Anastar Warnick gives the feed. Much better scrum by both sides. Nice flat pass by Warnick as he looks to his fullback. JP Abrams setting up the phase, or the breakdown rather. And a good little premeditated move with Warnick getting to Cleopas, setting up the phase. Strong run by Fortain, the captain of Darling. With Saldanha again so strong in their defense. And a loose pass by the fly-off Lewis. Very uncharacteristic from the experienced fly-off. Darling at the moment struggling to gain any kind of momentum out of their own half. Much better pass by Lewis to Davids as Warnick changes direction. Good step outside by Lewis as there's some space on the outside for Darling. Much better play by the visiting side. Lewis with a beautiful flat pass. And Saldanha is strong over the ball, but the ref says they got it a release. Lewis opts to go with the backs with some space on the outside, but good cover defense. Or shifting defense rather from the outside centre, Emilio Claassen. A strong low centre of gravity as Lewis opts to go with the boot. Opportunity here for Saldanha with the counter attack. Nice strong run by the fullback, Rodwell Jonker, who releases the left wing. Matthew Jacobs with a wonderful step inside. It is 1-2 and a fantastic finish by the left wing to extend the lead for Saldanha.
Weer eens Rodwell Jonker in die 15 try wat reguit maak. Soek die aansluiting aan die binnekant, Matthew Jacobs. Verdediging van Darling wat in tatters is. Ons kyk weer na die kyk weer. Ons gaan noem dit die man met die lang bene. Rotwell Jonkers trek 3 manne, klop hulle aan die binnekant, gee hy die aangee vir Matthew Jacobs dat ons weet 'n 3 vraat is in hierdie Boland Sanlam Boland top 12. Mens verspot gemaklik gaan duik hy oor in die hoek.
Absolutely fantastic finish by the left wing, but it started all off with the fullback Rodwell Jonkers, so elusive with ball in hand. And you give him a half a chance, especially on the counter attack, and he will definitely punish you. As fly of Doriano Coronas will look to add to 2 points and also add some more misery to this Darling team who's had it very tough against the win in this first half. Again, very good strike by the fly off of Saldanha as he had the 2 points and sending the fans in elation. As we look at that replay again, Jonkers, so far the man to beat, such a great step inside and a wonderful offload in contact. Lewis will be very disappointed with that defense there, but give credit where credit is due. Matthew Jacobs, take a bow, son. That was a fantastic finish. Score now 21 points to 3 with Saldanha in the lead. Heinrich, you got eyes on the other match. What is the score currently there between Safkol and Robertson?
So, met die lemoenbreek wat nou net daar aangebreek het, is dit Robertson wat 17 punte teenoor 5 voor is teen Safkol. So Saldanha sal hoop dinge verander baie vinnig aan die ander kant.
Interesting things indeed. That match definitely not going according to the script. But Safkol definitely the form team at the moment as play restarts with Saldanha looking to run the ball out of their own 22. Almost the intercept pass, but the penalty awarded to Saldanha as Darling was offside on that occasion. Or not offside, rather, was the high tackle that was awarded in that contact situation. And Carolus will try to find as much as possible real estate for his team with a win behind his back. And a young man finding a very good touch, Heinrich.
Ja, briljante skoppie deur die jongman Carolus, maar weer eens dissipline van Darling wat net na wense gaan nie. Weet jy kan nie bekostig om 'n hoë penalty count te hê en so 'n kragmeting van die kardinale belang nie.
Yeah, line-out for Saldanha. Divan Joshua, captain, playing his last match. He's been so good in the line-out, finding his jumper. And Brady Goddard getting the line-out as Saldanha look to utilize the outside space, but the rest is the pass went forward. And the Saldanha backline showing some real enterprise on attack, not scared to give the ball some air. And that's how confident the backs are of Saldanha, Heinrich. They're not scared to throw the ball out wide and trying to penetrate the defense in the trenches.
Definitief. Saldanha wat probeer self die gaping slaan. Hoe kan ons sê net vir 'n oomblik gelyk of hy man mooi in 'n gaping in daar geloop, maar die skeieregter het baie goeie posisies, assistent skeieregter ook wat bygedra het in daai roep en vorentoe aangee ongelukkig, maar Saldanha wat baie gemaklik lyk om die bal lank aangees te gooi.
Yeah, absolutely. Saldanha has a very good score, 21 points to 3 over Darling. And again, a strong scrum by Saldanha, putting the pressure on this back of Darling as Carolus looks to speed up play. Sorry, Visser rather, the 9 of Saldanha.
No, guys, on the mark.
The guy says you've got to be 10. They're going to be very careful there not to concede too many penalties. We know conceding too many penalties will force the ref to go to his pocket. And we're already having such a big points deficit. You don't want to have another man on the yellow card bench. And discipline at the moment leading Darling down.
Ja, definitief. Seker van Lewis sal hard praat met die agterlyn ook natuurlik voorlangs sal die kaptein hard moet gesels want as Darling nie nou dinge verander nie mag hierdie dalk 'n baie groot telling teen hulle opeindig.
Line-out opportunity now for Saldanha in the 22 of Darling. And an important line-out here to gain as Goddard was already been the man in the line-out as they find a good jump. The set a bit messy. And again, Saldanha will be so disappointed in letting a golden opportunity slide. And Darling getting the scrum inside their 22. We see the fans are quite tense at the moment. You mentioned that score earlier with Robertson in the lead by 17 points to 5 over Safkol. that match at the moment, Heinrich, is going against the script because Safcol is the team to beat, being on top of their log and have been so successful in this competition.
Ja, definitief Safcol is die trendsetters vir hierdie toernooi. Elke span gaan uit week in week uit om te probeer om vir Safcol te onttroon. Ons almal weet Saldanha, Safcol is die verdedigende kampioene.
Yeah. Again, discipline letting Darling down as the ref stops the clock. And it's going to be important to listen to the sequence.
Just come here. Ga hem kalmen alsjeblieft. Nee man. Oké, dan ga ik hem hier op zelf. So we go. Continue. We continue. You can play if you want. Hey guys. Let's go.
Yeah, referee Hybrid Philander just speaking to the forwards of Darling as Saldanha takes the quick tap from the short arm penalty kick. Again, the wave after wave attack from this forward pack of Saldanha. But it's 9 against 9 as Warnick puts the pressure and getting the turnover for his team. And Darling looking to run outside of their own 22, but again losing the ball in contact. And a high kick by Earl Lewis, not finding any sort of territory, and a good goose step by Visser, looking to release the ball on the outside. Just a little bit messy at the moment, Heinrich. We've seen the offload game working well for Saldanha, but maybe with this win, it's important to utilize the offload game effectively and a bit more when it's the right time, trying to implement that type of skill.
Ja, ek dink daai skoppie van Earl Lewis wat vir Darling so 'n bietjie onder druk geplaas het, maar weer eens ook Saldanha wat onder geen druk probeer het om die bal te veel lig te gee en los te speel. Dalk moes hulle die bal net so bietjie stadiger gemaak het en probeer het om in die gaping.
As we approach the 3-minute mark, it's been a pulsating 30 minutes in this first half. As Darling gets a scrum, Earl Lewis with a show and go, getting the half a gap with the offload to his scrum of partner, Warnick. And it's a bit messy as Saldanha regathers the ball. Again, strong run by the number 8, John van der Veen. Always taking 2 players down with him. Saldanha opting to go same side as there's a bit of space. As Captain Courageous Divan Joshua takes the ball up into contact. Visser opting to go with his forwards as Goddard gets over the advantage line. Visser going against the box kick as there's some space on the outside with a good gather by the experienced fly of Earl Lewis, but the ref says advantage was not conducive as Darling defense again over eager as the ref awards the offside. We've spoken about the rest of in the pre-match build-up, Heinrich, Highbury, Philander having an absolute fantastic match so far.
Ja, definitief. Ons weet dat die skeieregter wat se potensiaal hy het, al groot kragmetings deur hom gesien en weer eens baie goeie kommunikasie tussen hom en sy assistentskeieregters tel die nodige goed op. Weer eens goed die onkantspel opgetel.
Well, Carrera is not finding a touch. And he can crown himself quite fortunate there with the ball not going dead as fullback of Darling. JP Abrams looks to run out of his own 22 and a poor kick as the left wing of Saldanha, Matthew Jacobs, gets the try, hits his brace. And Darling will be so disappointed with himself as that man, the left wing sensation, Matthew Jacob, getting his second try of the match, Heinrich.
Ek is woordeloos geskok. Kom ons kyk net weer, dan kyk weer. Plaas van die bal dood te druk, probeer hulle uit hulle eie doelgebied uit speel. Swak skop in die middel van nêrens nie. En dit is die linkervleuel Jacobs wat die bal oppik en verspot gemaklik gaan kuier vir Anna in Saldanha.
Kuier vir Anna in Saldanha, definitief wat 'n fantastiese 3 by die linkervleuel. Matthew Jacobs. En hy kry sy tweede 3 vir hierdie wedstryd. As Dariano Carolus, the number 10 of Saldanha, will look to add the 2 points. He's been fantastic with the kicking tee, really understanding the wind here at his hometown. And myself just putting the mockers on him there for one moment as he not successful, but nonetheless a very important try as Saldanha now extends the lead to 26 points to 3 as we look at that replay again against a runner play and a fantastic gather by Matthew Jacobs. Again, you give him a half a sniff for that try line and he will get the 5 points. With us reaching the 33-minute mark in this match, it's been all Saldanha, but you got to be wary with that half in the the win in that second half. You can't just quite you can't just keep Darling out of this match because that win can play a significant role in the second half.
Ons kan hulle definitief nie weggooi nie.
Nice high hanging kick by fullback JP Abrams as he looks within some sort of momentum as Darren Visser with a lovely box kick, and the number 4 Matthew Fortain, the captain, being in an unusual spot. You don't normally find a second rower at the back of the field, and Earl Lewis at the moment indecisive as Saldanha gets a turnover. The rest of the ball went backwards as Saldanha can count themselves very lucky on that occasion to get the scrum inside the 22 of Darling. At the moment, it just looks like Darling is directionless, Heinrich, with the experienced campaigners at the moment just struggling to gain momentum in the way they want to play.
So definitief Lewis wat daar so bietjie besluitloos gelyk het. Ons weet hulle steun die wind, maar dit is nie hulle hele attacking lyne is de mekaar en Lewis geweet as hy die bal skop en daai bal wat hierdie wind gevat word dat dit gevaar kan spel vir sy defensive lyne. Ons moet ook onthou dit is Saldanha wat al klaar die bonuspunt 3 op die tellbord het ook.
Steady, keep it up, James, keep it up.
Yeah, golden opportunity here for Saldanha as they reset the scrum inside the 22 of Darling, with us reaching the 35th minute mark in this epic first half of Sanlam Boland top 12 rugby. It's been pulsating, energy sapping stuff from both teams, not afraid to give the ball air and taking each other on in terms of their skill set. But it all starts up front with a scrum now being so much more better as that man Visser gives the feed. Lovely flat pass to his fly off and a premeditated move for Saldanha as they lose the ball in contact there, the right winger Jaden Lewis. It's been so good today. The young man will be so disappointed with that sequence of play, but again, the Saldanha team is not afraid to bring in their outside backs, Heinrich, and how good have they been, especially with talking about the Rodwell Jonkers scoring a try, making a try as well. He's the pinnacle of that dangerous back three of Saldanha.
Ja, die agterste 3 van Saldanha wat in 'n klas van hulle eie op die oomblik is. Hulle lyk net met soveel meer gemak met bal in die hand. Probeer als met spoed doen. Ongelukkig verloor hy die bal vorentoe daar aan die binnekant en dit sal natuurlik vir Darling hopelik 'n geleentheid bied om weg te kom met hulle kwartgebied uit.
Yeah, good scrum by both sets of packs but the rest says the penalty goes to Saldanha as there was knee to the ground for the tight end as Carolus looks to speed up play. The rest says you've got to take it from the right mark.
Step, guys, knee on the ground.
At the moment, the pack of Darling just under so much pressure. And I'm sure when it comes to the halftime talk, it will be the scrum will be definitely on the talking points as an easy kick for number 10 Doriano Carolus, but rather opting to go for the touchline. You've seen this lineup of Saldanha functioning really well, but at times just getting a little bit over eager in trying to get the maul going. And Captain Divan Joshua will want to firstly find his jumper, and I'm sure the lineup maul will be the option for the Saldanha pack.
Ja, sal eerstens Henwel Kleopas wat daar met sy knie na die grond op die grond gedruk het. Skeieregter wat goed opgetel het. Weer eens 'n geleentheid vir Saldanha om in hierdie kwartgebied van Darling te probeer 'n lynstaanbal voer en weer soos ons net sien, dissipline aan die kant van Saldanha wat hulle weer eens nie in die agtersteewe byt, geleentheid vir weer vir Darling 'n geleentheid gebied om weg te probeer kom uit hulle kwartgebied uit.
Yeah, absolute coach killer at the moment for Saldanha, having a golden opportunity, but again, listening to the instructions, taking their time to feed it line out. We know that the refs got a strict mandate to make sure we get some running rugby going. And it will just be important for these teams to adapt to the directions of the man in the middle, Hybrid Philander, has been so fantastic today in officiating this match. And Lana now for Saldanha, just outside of the 22 of Darling. And Joshua finding his jumpers as Darling looks to conjure up an attack out of their own half.
Play on, knock on.
Ball is turned over with Shama Visser releasing his captain, Diva Joshua. And what a fantastic way for the captain. His last match at home soil, getting the all-important 5-pointer. Special, special, special indeed, Heinrich.
Divan Joshua, aka Jonah Lomo, stamp 'n man af, storm oor my kat op pad doellyn toe. Ons kyk weer goed weggebreek aan die speelkant, hier die skrimskakel. En hy vir Divan Joshua, soos ons genoem het, Jonah Lomo oor my kat 1995. In die hoekie gaan hy oor. Pragtige manier om jou span op die voorvoet te hou.
Yeah, score now firmly in the favor of the home side as they lead by 31 points to 3 with the kick to come. At the moment, it's all been Saldanha on their home turf in this first half of the Sanlam Boland top 12. And fly of Doriano Corrales look to add the 2 points for his side. With the Saldanha team at the moment really dominating this proceedings today. Good strike by the number 10, but the ref, or the linesman rather, saying the ball went just right off the uprights. We look at the replay again. Turnover ball coming in the form of Goddard, playing the ball to Visser. Visser having both hands on the ball, releasing his captain, but as Heinrich mentioned, the bus is full by the courageous captain, the inspirational captain, Divan Joshua, getting his try on what is his last match for his team on home turf, being early honoured by his local fans and community, seeing his family coming out, and indeed it was such a special moment for the inspirational captain. But we're back with play as Saldanha just loses the ball from that kickoff, and with just less than 30 seconds to go in this match, in this first half rather, it's going to be an uphill battle for this Darling team. Remember, they're playing against the wind, which means that they still have a good opportunity, but it will be important. The halftime talk will be so important to make sure their chargers understand how they want to utilize the wind and play within the half of Saldanha. Saldanha obviously understands their conditions. They know their field, they know how the wind works. It's going to be a very interesting contest between these two teams come the second half. Penalty awarded to Darling as the tight end of Saldanha, Abdurrahman Latif, just changed his bite on that occasion, and the penalty awarded to Darling. Very important for them now to finish this first half off with a bang, as fullback JP Abrams opts to go for the lineup. It's going to be very important now for them to get that 5 points and hopefully get some sort of confidence going into the second half. But it starts with this lineup as Saldanha's lineup hasn't functioned so well as what they would have hoped for. But hooker Chester Gordon finding his jumper as the lineup ball now in full effect for the Darling side.
Straight to the middle, I'm happy with him.
Saldanha managing to stop that lineup ball as Warnick looks to play his forwards. The big man Waldo Davids taking the ball up. Ball at the moment coming quite slow for this Darling pack as the big man Henwell Cleopas always keeping the defenders honest with that big frame of him. Warnick looking to change direction. Lewis opting, jinking and weaving, giving it to his backline players trying to find the gap. At the moment, no space as the ball is lost in contact, but the penalty is awarded for Darling coming back. We need to roll away from that breakdown, as it will be interesting to see what option these Darling players will take. Captain at the moment, Mitchum Fortuin, looking around for his charges and going for the quick tap. not strong on that occasion as Saldanha defense keeps him out. As you hear the fans of Saldanha shouting and cheering on for their defense. Ronnie looking for space around the fringes, releasing his captain, Mitchell Fortain. But again, this Darling pack not getting over the advantage line. But much better at the moment now from Fernando Poodle. He's been the go-to man for this Darling pack. Ronnie going same side for again the big man. Henwell Cleopas, but losing ball in the contact. But the ref says again, you need to release the player at the breakdown. At the moment, Heinrich energy sapping stuff with over 2 minutes already. And it'll be interesting to see what this Darling pack will do. Looks like they will go for the quick tap. The premeditated move. As they haven't been quite successful in the set piece. A little bit high in contact from Mitchell Fortain. Looking to set up the maul. But advantage given again for Darling. That would be very important now. It's the third penalty conceded at the moment. At the moment, defense leading Saldanha down. Not worrisome signs going into the second half.
Time is up, gents.
Heinrich.
There's too many black players on the ground also.
Darling, wat hulle van die vinnige tikkie, maar net asof hulle net nie voor die voordeel kan kom daar nie. En dit lyk net of hulle te bang is om die kontak te vat. Ons luister wat sê die skeieregter net weer daar is. Die van Joshua.
Die eerste penalty daar was slowing down the ball. Hier die ou weer collapse mol. Hulle klaar vorentoe gaan. Nou soos ons play behavior moet verander.
Kyk agter wat daar vir die van Joshua sê. Hulle die mol wat hulle gesak het daar en te veel penalties in hierdie area.
Lucet, Henwell Cleopas. Only 3 meters away now from the try line. Can Darling conjure up some sort of opportunity here to get the 5 points? The Saldanha defense at the moment so resolute in keeping out this wave after wave attack from this pack of forwards of Darling. The pick up and drive for Darling in full effect. Trying to keep the A and B defense honest at the moment. Darling wanted to close out this first half. But again, the pack of forwards of Saldanha really showing some character in keeping out this attack from the Darling. A lot of patience being shown at the moment.
Guys, play the ball.
No sort of advantage at the moment for this Darling team. Struggling to get over the line, but there's some momentum now. Kept from the try line, millimeters away, as the ref gives the advantage for Darling. Lewis with a long cutout pass to the right wing, but they're going to have to come back for the penalty. It's the 4th penalty now. You just want to see, will the patience run out for Highbury Philander?
Number, you got number for me. You got number for me. I want the number. Wat het jy gemaak? Around the neck. Okay. Number 4, captain, number 4. Okay, so it's repeated infringement. Op die doellijn is de yellow card nummer 4. Number 4, where's number 4? Zeker.
And yeah, the patience runs out for the referee, Highbury Philander, as he issues the yellow card for Saldanha. Looks like it's number 4, Brenwyn Murray, the try scorer. Starting opts to go again with a quick tap. Again, little high in contact, but they managed to gain possession. With his defense of Saldanha so strong. But there's it, man. Cleopas, can he get over the try line? Yes, he can. It's Henwell Cleopas with all important 5 points just before half time. And oh man, I wonder what that would do for the confidence of this Darling team, getting the all important 5 points. Heinrich.
Kyk weer na die kyk weer. Darling wat net sukkel om voorvoetbal te kry. Saldanha se verdediging baie briljant en dit is weer eens Henwell Cleopas met 3 manne op sy rug wat daar oorstorm soos 'n ongekrapte bil. Wil seker maak sy span gaan in die halftyd in met die telling net so bietjie nader.
Yeah, scores now 31 points to 8, still in the favor of Saldanha. Crucial conversion here for experienced fly-off Earl Lewis, who has
Only got 30 seconds left.
just missed one penalty in this half. Normally so assured in the way he kicks. Very simple sequence, but a very calm individual indeed. He gets the 2 points for his team as we conclude this first half of round 5 action of the Sanlam Boland top 12. It is Saldanha with 31 points to 10 over Darling as we get ready for this fantastic second half coming up next. Stay tuned as we go down to Brent Wayne DeWet for the halftime chat.
First off, Charles, thanks for that. It was absolutely sensational and amazing to watch. Much better from a Darling perspective as well. The last 5 minutes, really, they start building those phases they've been looking to build in the first 5, 6, 7 minutes, struggling really. The ball possession they had, and including the territory as well. The few ball occasions they had, they've been kicking away that ball. But from a player perspective as well, Cleophas, the number 1, was so elusive for Darling, made some incredible meters as well. And then Saldanha, Brody has been absolutely amazing, setting up so many pieces. Jonkers, the number 15 as well, scored a try, but also he was involved with setting up a awesome try as well. The scrummer for Saldanha Bay as well. Today he's been on fire, Charles, setting up also some great vision and tries as well. That big run that occurred down the line as well. But we are in for a treat for the second half here as well.
Brent, it's been a tantalizing first half, especially from Saldanha. They've been dominating possession. You've mentioned all those ball players really being so instrumental in getting the all-important tries for the Saldanha team. We know they had a clear mandate today. They needed to score tries. They need to win by bonus point. And also hoping that that Safco will do them a favor against Robertson. At the moment, it's going against the script with Robertson in the lead. At the moment, going into halftime. But a very important score for Darling just before halftime, and I'm wondering if that will galvanize them, give them the necessary confidence to get back into this match.
Yeah, definitely, Charles. Definitely a confidence booster. That last sort of play we saw from Darling, it was absolutely amazing as well. Bowling the phases, getting over the advantage line, including getting rewarded with a try. A confidence booster. Second half is coming up, Heinrich. We are in for a treat. Of course, they would want as well for Safco to change the gears, hoping to upset Robertson. And currently, it doesn't look like it's going that sort of way as well.
Helftes, so dit is baie belangrik vir Safco om in die tweede helfte op te dag. Maar so weet ons ook dat dit nodig is vir Darling om op te dag in die tweede helfte.
Ek het direk na rugby het ek oorgegaan in coaching. Ek en soos ons hom noem Jan Harm van Wyk, Kobe van Wyk, het saam die tweede span gecoach. En ek dink in hy 3-4 jaar was ons elke jaar die kampioene van die B-span. So daar het my lewe as coach geëindig en daarna was ek klaargemaak weens omstandighede.
Maar dames en heren, u moet nou weet, sy plekkie is altyd daar mos in die stand, daar in die middelgedeelte van die stadion. Wil jy my laaste vraagie, is daar nog nasate van jou, wat nog op die groen velde van Saldanha Bay floreer op 'n Saterdag?
Ja, en my seun is nou besig om sy voete te vind in die sport. So ons hoop dat hy die Maya naam sal vorentoe vat.
William, baie dankie. As 'n blikkie van waardering wil ons as klub vir jou hierdie geskenkie oorhandig. So baie dankie ook vir die beskikbaarheid vandag.
Got style? We got the kicks. Goals? We got the gear. Places to go. Peeps to see. Things to do. We got you with the great brands you love at the great prices you deserve. Who are we? We are real. And real sees real. We are you. Tacky.
Welcome back to this fantastic round 5 clash between Saldanha and Darling. It is Sanlam Boland top 12 at its finest as we get ready for what's going to be an absolute jam-packed second half. It's been all Saldanha in the first half. Remember, they've been having the win behind their backs, and there's Darling getting the all important 5-pointer before the first half, which will really showcase what they can do with ball in hand given the second half. Heinrich, it's been a fantastic first half, specifically for the home side Saldanha. They've been clinical.
Ja, hulle was clinical geweest, maar ons het ook gesien hulle het 'n hele paar geleenthede vir punte weggegooi in die eerste helfte. Darling self dissipline issues gehad in die eerste helfte en ook bietjie ongemaklik gelyk wanneer hulle met bal in die hand hardloop. Maar ons weet Darling in die tweede helfte saam met die wind, Lewis en die ervare spelers van Darling het seker hard gepraat in daai kleedkamer nou tydens halftyd en ek is seker daarvan hulle gaan opdaag vir die tweede helfte.
Absolutely, it's been all Saldanha in the first half, but Darling have shown some real impetus on attack. But as you know, this wonderful competition that consists of 12 teams with teams divided into 2 pools and every team playing 5 pool matches, with this round being the final round before the playoffs. And of course, the top 2 in both pools will advance to the semi-finals to see who will be crowned the champion of the Sanlam Boland top 12. And that man in screen, Highbury Philander, our referee, who's been really good in this first half, really being so clear in his communication. And again, we are so grateful for our match officials that make sure that this match is being run so beautifully. Well, we're getting ready for this second half as we await the home team to enter the field. Heinrich, to you, I'm going to ask you, what do you think would have been the halftime talk for Darling now to get themselves into a position to potentially win this match?
Ek is seker daarvan Elfrag het begin om te sê vir die ouens, kalmte en hou die bal voorlangs, begin eers met eerste fase, tweede fase besit en dan wanneer jy sien jou gapings word opgemaak, gooi die bal deur die agterlyn Maar weer eens kalmte gaan vir jou die wedstryd bepaal.
Absolutely, calmness is the name of the game, especially in this high pressure stakes. As we see the home team coming back, that number 7, the man in screen or just in screen rather, number 7, Brody Goddard, yes. He's been absolutely fantastic, especially in the line out for Saldanha, and so elusive with ball in hand, getting over the advantage line, also instrumental in creating a couple of tries. But as you see on the screen,
Captain.
the men in black, the visiting team, Darling, will want to start strong in the second half as Saldanha is still a man down, having conceded that yellow card just before half time, and we'll be interested to see how the yellow card will impact them, given the fact that the win rather is in the favor of the visiting team. But it's Sanlam Boland top 12 at its finest, with a score in the favor of the home side, 31 points to 10. Remember, they need a win from South Call if they harbour any hopes of advancing through the semi-finals of this wonderful competition. JP Abrams with a lovely high-hanging kick as scrum officer regains possession. Saldanha breaking the tackles again.
He try. Step.
As Visser plays the flat pass, Pax getting the ball. And then Man Jonkers again, so dangerous with ball in hand. He's been a handful today. As the ref calls for the maul and the scrum for the Darling. They couldn't have hoped for a better start, Heinrich.
Definitief, ons weet hoe gevaarlik Rotterdam Jonkers was in daai eerste helfte. Kan hom nie 'n inch gee om te beweeg nie. Lang bene en definitief goeie begin vir Darling om seker te maak daar word nêrens heen gegaan nie.
Yeah, scrum now for the men in black. Having two options to attack. You know, the middle scrum, the middle part of the field always offers a whole host of options. As Ernesto Warnick feeds the scrum. Strong scrum by Darling as the ref gives the advantage. 8-man decides to pick up. Great little offload by Warnick to his counterpart as they play the same side. Lewis cutting back. Darling so much more efficient as Warnick releases his forwards. Opportunity now for the men in black as Warnick plays the flat pass to his forwards. The number 12, Verdine Daniels now doing scrum of duties as they gave that man, Henwell Cleopas. How many times have we mentioned his name? Warnick playing Daniels. Daniels hits the ball up, but again isolated in the contact as Saldanha got the ball, but done illegally in terms of the pre-build-up to that particular breakdown.
Captain,
As
got 2 penalties.
Hybrid Philander awards the penalty to
Setting up
Darling.
the scrum and the one is there for offside.
It's been a different side coming out in the second half. And
Captain.
Heinrich, how important is this good the second half start from Darling?
Goeie begin vir Darling. Nou moet hulle net seker maak om voorvoet bal te hou, aanhou te pressurize in die regte fases en areas te speel. Soos ons sien, wyse besluit om die kantlyn te probeer opsoek en dan natuurlik probeer om die rolmalbeweging op te sit.
Good kick. Finding touch for Darling
Guys, step, guys.
as they have a real opportunity here to get themselves back into this match, starting with this line-out. Good line-out found by Chester Gordon. The line-out ball now struggling to gain momentum, but they're managing now to get that rolling ball going. And the ref awards the advantage. Saldanha's going to have to be very careful here to not go to the pipe, but Darling gets the all-important 5-pointer as the inside centre, Verdine Daniels, gets a try for Darling. And this is the start that they've wanted to get themselves back into this match, Heinrich.
Definitief, eerste 5 minute van die tweede helfte, baie belangrik. Wees om eerste punt uit te teken as ons gaan kyk. Goeie samespel deur die voorspelers. Saldanha wat die rommelbeweging grond toe gebring het, maar weer eens Henwell Cleopas soos 'n stoomtrein. Is dit Henwel Kleopas wat oorgebeur, die nommer 1 op die rug, lei van voor.
Yeah, Alois has the opportunity to get the all-important 2 points, just to try and cut at that huge lead that Saldanha managed to get in the first half. And the fly-off gets the all-important 2 points. 31 points to 17, still in the favour of the home side. Still lots to do for the visiting side, but a fantastic start to get themselves back as we look at it rolling more.
Definitief, dit is aan in Japan. Henwel Kleopas, definitief 'n goeie kandidaat vir die Rainbow Player of the Day.
Fantastic tackle there by Saldanha. As Darling looks to build out of their own half. Remember they've got the win at the back of the sails. And Warnick with a good box kick. As the ball managed to find some real estate, but that man Jonker, he's been so good with ball in hand today. Definitely the standout player for Saldanha. Visser opting to go with his tackle forwards. Visser now playing Carolus. Carolus with a curl pass to the man. Divan Joshua, the captain, releasing the right winger. Jaden Lewis, who had the right idea, but just poor execution at that time. But it shows again with the Saldanha side, even though they've been under pressure, Heinrich, they can still deliver a try from any part of this field.
Weer eens, Rotwell Jonkers, onder ewige druk, die bal wat gelos was om te hop, maar Rotwell Jonkers koel en kalm, kry die bal in die hande, maak seker hy vind 'n gaping, en bal wat deur die hande gaan, maar ongelukkig verloos, bal net op die verkeerde voet gesit en direk oor die kantlyn.
Good line out fine by Darling as Chester Gordon finds his jumper.
Straight to now.
Good counter shove by the packer forwards of Saldanha as Lewis is forced to go to the boot with a nice high hanging kick. But Jaden Lewis, safe as houses. And the man with the magic feet, Darren Visser, beating 2-3 defenders but being stopped firmly in his tracks by Walden Marsh from Darling. And Saldanha now, again, the unforced errors at the moment, the Achilles heel for the home side. And we mentioned the impact the win has, but I also want to say, Heinrich, that try just before first half, probably the turning point for this Darling team.
Definitief, dit was net wat hulle nodig gehad het. Ons weet hulle teen 'n man meer op die veld. As ons sien, daar kom die vars asems op. Darling wat nou wil seker maak, hulle hou voet op die nek van Saldanha, wat onder ewige druk moet verdedig. Darling is nog glad nie uit hierdie kragmeting uit nie.
Yeah, as we see, the replacements coming on for Darling, number 16, Renford Adams, replacing Chester Gordon, who has been so good in the line-out today. Calvin Martinez, as well as number 19, Jan Solomons, coming onto the field.
Talk to me, Justin.
It's going to be interesting to see how they opt to go with the changes with both Lockby of Darling, Mitchum Fortain, which is the captain, and Angelo Mars still locked outside, but it looks like the number 16, Renford Adams, is on the side of the scrum, as well as number 19, Jan Solomons. The scrum has been a challenge today, but we've had some good set phases as well. As we see, this all-important opportunity for Darling on the 10 meter inside the half of Saldanha. Score now 31 points to 17. Heinrich, a try here for Darling will firmly put the cat amongst the pigeons.
Ja nee, dit sal definitief vir honde losmaak. 7 punte nou en dit is 'n 7 punte verspil.
This is the ball is out. Warnick manages to get the ball out as Earl Lewis with a cut-out pass, but losing the ball in contact, or in the pass rather. Fagan Palmer, the number 11 for Darling, would be very disappointed with himself there. He had an opportunity. As we see the changes now coming for Darling, you can see it's a ploy from the coaching staff, knowing that they've got the wind behind their backs. They want to get the fresh legs on, as Heinrich alluded to earlier, to hopefully try and see if they can penetrate the space on the outside.
Die dinge wat aan die ander kant natuurlijk ook sover nie lekker gaan vir Saldanha nie. Dit is Robertson wat nog steeds na 55 minute 'n voorsprong het van 20 punte teenoor 12. As ons sien weer eens 'n strafskop uit die guns van Saldanha. Skrim wat onwettig gedraai was. Skeieregter by die Philander wat sê, sorry manne, dit is 'n strafskop aan die kant van Saldanha.
Yeah, another change for Darling as number 23, Berthel Samuels, comes onto the field, replacing Fagan Palmer. And what has been an accustomed decision from the Saldanha captain and fly-off, Carolas, go for the touchline and finding a very good touch against the wind, with the line out being set just outside of the 22 of Darling. Divan Joshua, the captain, of course, Captain Courageous for Saldanha, playing his last match on his home turf if they don't progress to the semi-finals, all dependent on that match between Safko and Robertson. But Saldanha now getting their backs. That man Jonkers, number 15, Godwall Jonkers, he can step you in a phone booth with the way he has administered his skills. The penalty awarded to Saldanha. Darling's going to be very careful now not to let the same mistakes that cost him in the first half come back and creep in the second half, because once this Saldanha train gets momentum, Heinrich, it's going to be problems on the defensive side.
Definitief, en ons het gesien skeieregter wat so bietjie voor halftyd net besluit het manne Saldanha te veel oortredings en dit het hulle geel kaart gekos. Saldanha, verskoning, Darling kan dit nie bekostig om ook 'n geel kaart af te staan nie. Mooi teruggeveg hierdie eerste 10 minute van die tweede helfte en natuurlijk weet ons, hulle is terug in die kragmeting.
Yeah, good touch finding by Doriano Carolas, the fly-off of Saldanha. He's been pivotal in
Play, guys.
just being directing the energy of the Saldanha team in the right spaces and places on the
Let's
field.
go.
As Joshua again finds his jumpers.
Advantage. Advantage.
Breaking now from the ball as Saldanha enters now the 22 with the ref awarding advantage. Darling's going to be very careful here, not to concede a yellow card. And a great breakthrough by Boland, the vice captain. He looks for space on the outside, but he doesn't need it. As the inside centre, Samuel Boland, vice captain, scores the all-important 5-pointer to get themselves a much better start. Fantastic try, Heinrich.
Ja, definitief Sjalk, as ons kyk na die kyk weer, Greiling, ons weet wat 'n talentvolle speler jongman is. Klop die man aan die binnekant, stamp hom verspot gemaklik af, trek sy ore plat, klop die manne aan die buitekant, onsekerheid, wie moet hom die verdediging daar op hom uitvoer en verspot maklike 3. Darling sal nie gelukkig wees met daai ene nie. Dan het ons ook net 'n so vinnige update op die kragmeting wat almal daar met een oog dophou. Telling 27 punte nou vir Robertson, 15 vir Safko. Dinge wat nie goed lyk vir die span van Saldanha of Darling aan hierdie kant nie.
Yeah, you mentioned the skill set of the vice captain of Saldanha, Samuel Boland, with a very important score for his team. So amazing to see the fans coming out of their numbers, supporting their teams. And it's been such an amazing spirit of camaraderie, celebrating all things rugby, but more importantly, such a wonderful initiative for the community to be involved, as Saldanha now leads by 38 points to 17. Again, nice high hanging kick from JP Abrams, the fullback of Darling. As the try scorer, Samuel Boland, again responsible for getting his team over the advantage line. Carolas with a flat pass to the captain. Joshua almost losing the ball in contact, but he does well to regain possession for his team as Darling gets the counter shove and gets a turnover ball. Entering the 22 of Saldanha. Warnick going same side. Strong run by number 18, Kuwait Larson.
Slowing down the ball.
Sorry, Calvin Martinez rather, as the ref awards advantage for not rolling away. And Mitchum Fortain for the 18th time, taking the ball up into the contact situation. Caruso will have to roll away there if he wants to not concede the penalty, but the ref awards the advantage, a fresh advantage rather, as Warnick probes with his forwards. Warnick changing direction, going to his fly of Lewis. Lewis with a cross kick. Opportunity here. And a wonderful try by the number 14, Gerard Carolis. But the ref says the ball went out on that occasion. Looks like it. He was in front of the kicker. And that would be so disappointing. But again, the experience coming from Lewis, the man who's been around the block, as the penalty is still in the favour of Darling as they look to go for the quick tap. Warnick changing direction. Lewis playing that big man. Henwil Cleopas. Cleopas so strong with ball in hand, always keeping 3 defenders busy. As Warnick opts to go same side. Mitchum Fortain getting over the advantage line. Real opportunity here. The pick up and go, but a great defense by Goddard to keep the Darling attack out. But here's an opportunity now. Can they score? What does the ref say? The emotions are all over the place at the moment, but the ref chooses to go to hear what his assistant has to say. Let's hear.
Step. Last time. Okay, Kali. So I got a clear Gaudi, het Gaudi. Heb jy enigiets gesien wat gelei het na die 3 toe?
Wat ek net kon onder het bring.
Forward. It's a penalty against Black. Ball, thank you very much. So you say what? He was on the ground, he prepared himself forward. It's a penalty against you. Double movement. Step. Now you.
Absolutely heart-wrenching for this Darling team. So disappointing. It looked like for all money they got over the try line, but the ref says it was done illegally with a double movement, costing them the penalty as Saldanha gets much needed relief to get out of their own 22 to set up the line out. And again, we've mentioned it so many times, the fans of Saldanha Bay coming out in their numbers to support their home team.
Guys, step please.
As the Sanlam Boland top 12 has been such a competition that's changed the lives of not only the players but also of the fans. And disappointing there for Darren Visser being bundled out by the try line here, but Darling has been having their opportunities, Heinrich, and we've seen that they can break the line and score some tries here, but with the score now, 38 points to 70, if Darling harbors any hopes of winning this match, they're going to have to score next.
Definitief 25 minute oor ongeveer. Darling sal definitief binne die volgende paar minute moet gaan punte aanteken. Ons weet nog nie buite bereik van Darling nie. Hulle het al gesien laas jaar ook. Hulle kan uit enige posisie uitkom.
Absolutely. Tristan Gordon not finding his jumpers as Saldanha gets the ball. Now, using the forwards as a big man, the number 6, Vaughan McKenzie, breaking through the middle, looking on the outside to the number 11, Matthew Jacobs, scoring his hat-trick. It's 1, 2, 3, and the Brighton Bolser backflip to top it off there. Absolutely fantastic, Heinrich. Saldanha Bay all the way.
Kom ons kyk na die kyk weer McKenzie soos 'n binnesenter van uit formaat, breek hy reg deur, soek die aansluiting aan die binnekant en ons weet Matthew Jacobs spoedvraat. Definitief gaan hy nie gekeer word daar nie en 'n 3-kuns vir die jong man.
Carolis adds the 2 points. As they look at the replay, that man, number 6, Vaughan McKenzie, he looks like a flying wing with the pace that he possesses, but also the mindfulness of looking on the outside, seeing the dangerous wing, Matthew Jacobs, who's been an absolute, zoals sê Afrikaans, a drieëvraat, getting his hat-trick as Saldanha now leads by 45 points to 17. And you know, there's a lot of eyes on the other match with Robertson going up against Safko. It'll be interesting to see, Heinrich, what the scores would be. Darling now, just outside of the 22 of Saldanha, as the replacements come in the form of Angelo Thompson, replacing Anastas Warnick, who has had a fantastic match. And on the side of Saldanha, number 21, Monray Jacobs coming on to replace, looks like the right wing, Jaden Lewis, who has had a fantastic match thus far. Well done, young man, you've been really good. And now as we approach the 60-minute mark, it's beautiful to see him being acknowledged by his fans. The right wing of Saldanha, Jaden Lewis, very popular man here with the people. And indeed a folk hero that has done really well. But back to the action, as the scrum is right on the 22 of Saldanha with Angelo Thompson with a feed. Flat pass to Lewis as they look to release the backs on the outside, but caught in possession with a strong defense by Samilio Klaassen. Gerrit Carolus playing scrum off with that man, the captain Mitchum Fortuin, again taking the ball up for the 18th time. Darling managing to build some phases together, not getting any sort of real estate as Lewis looks to look on the outside. Releasing their backs to number 23, Bethel Jacobs with a chip and chase. Can the bounce be favourable? Not at all, but good cover there by the replacement Monray Jacobs as the 22 drop-off gets sped up by Rodwald Jonkers with captain Mitchum Fortuin clearing the ball up. But again, this Darling team looking a little bit disjointed at the moment on attack as Lewis looks to go to the boot. Good little soccer skills showcased by Darren Visser, playing the number 21 Monray Jacobs, firmly stopped in his track by Berthel Samuels. Darren Visser playing Jonkers looking to release the ball on the background with a Carolus with a lovely flat pass. Now space on the outside as the man with the jet shoes, Matthew Jacobs, looking to break the tackle. He's been sensational today. Goddard with a flat pass. Space on the outside with numbers to burn. Darren Visser will probably be disappointed with that option, but the attack still in the firm for Saldanha Bay, or Saldanha rather. Coming from the side, number 21, Angelo Thompson. Discipline again, letting Darling down as Philander goes to the pocket, giving the man Henwell Cleopas, who's been on the lips of the commentators as well as our presenter on the field, Ben Wayne de Wet, as we will go shortly, not yet, as the ref says, play can still continue with the Lemoenbreek on the horizon. Line out about 7.5 meters from the try line of Darling, and it looks like the punch at the moment is out on the sails of this Darling team, Heinrich.
Ja, Darling wat lyk of hulle 'n bietjie uitstoom uit haar klop in die tweede helfte. Maar kom ons kyk Saldanha wat lyk of hulle nog wil gaan punt haal.
Got out with a good find. As the line-out ball now again steaming going forward. It's like a train, the Saldanha train, looking to get some more misery. And it's the captain, Captain Courageous. Just Diva Joshua with his second try. It is indeed special kind of stuff, the stuff that dreams are made of.
Definitief, as ons weer kyk, rommelbeweging wat baie momentum opgebou het, soos jy gesê het, soos die Saldanha trein En Divan Joshua sal die oomblik vir die res van sy lewe onthou.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really, again, that man, the captain, Divan Joshua, so inspirational in how he administers and leads his team. As Carolus will look to add more misery to the scoreline of this Darling team, who has started off the second half so well. That have again let their mistakes be the Achilles heel for him. Fantastic strike by the young man as he lifts the flags as we go to the Lemoenbreek with Saldanha in the lead by 47 points to 17. We go over now to our presenter, Brent de Wet, with the Lemoenbreek chat.
Wow, Charles and Heinrich, absolutely phenomenal atmosphere here. The atmosphere here in Saldanha Transnet Stadium is just so phenomenal. The fans supporting, singing, shouting, bringing the heat. What a time to be alive here in Saldanha. What a performance by the home side, Saldanha Bay. Just completely dominating the second half as well. So I think you mentioned it as well, that Darling came in second half very dominant as well. Much better phases, much better set pieces. But it is, of course, the home side, Saldanha Bay, just so prominent.
Okay, so we're here with Middle Post Primary School, and I'm speaking to Mr. Ayanda Klaas. You are the rugby coordinator.
Yes.
All right, thank you very much. Let me first ask you a question in terms of Middle Post. So Middle Post has been identified as the Techie Town Development Drive School. Please tell us more about a bit of Middle Post Primary School.
Middle Post is a school that is located in Blakaskam. Yes, we are near it's the school for those who are speaking in Xhosa and English. But yeah, all I can say is that we lack a lot of equipment because yeah, we are a new school there. Ne? You are a new school. You just yes.
Okay, with me also is Wendy Walase. She's the rugby coach. Wendy, welcome, and tell me, in terms of the sporting codes, what sporting codes do you guys offer at the school?
Thank you, sir, for the opportunity. So in Middle Post Primary, we have rugby, we have soccer, we have netball, we have cricket, mini cricket, and what else? Yeah, that's all that we have in our school.
Okay, lastly, please tell me, what challenges do you have, with these codes? Just tell me what. Maybe each one can tell me one or two challenges.
All right. The challenges that I can tell you about is the equipment for the rugby, because we love rugby very much.
Unfortunately, couldn't gather by Jehovan, Cleopas. Earl Lewis at the moment being bullied in the contact by Vaughan McKenzie, the strong number 6 flanker. We've mentioned Heinrich, the Saldanha team had a clear mandate, and that was to win with 5 points today, and with just less than 17 minutes on the clock, it's been, you can almost say it's been mission accomplished.
Ja, 52-17 in die guns van Saldanha. Dit staan neusie verby of die span van Darling, maar definitief die span van Darling sal verbeter veg tot die einde toe om seker te maak hulle stuur vir Lewis op met 'n goeie noot in retirement.
Yeah, Lewis, that is cool. Former professional rugby player for the Lions, for Boland, and being at the ripe age of 39, he indeed has had an absolute wonderful career and should definitely be respected as one of the most famous sons of the Boland region. Fantastic premeditated move by Darling as they look to exploit the space on the outside. Angelo Thompson with a lovely flat pass. Good defense being shown by Saldanha. As This advantage is still being given by the referee, Ivory Philander. At the moment, Darling wasting no time with that penalty, looking to speed up play. As Lewis looks to Chester Gordon. He's been so industrious in the way he has performed today. Saldanha's got to be very careful now not to concede another yellow card. It's been another advantage, the third penalty that the home side have conceded.
Advantage of the ball.
And Lewis again so multi-skilled between the space there. Can they get the bounce? Unfortunately there for Ferhat Karolis. The second time that the ball looks to elude him on the outside. Again, this Darling team showing glimpses of what they can do, Heinrich. But the ball just hasn't bounced favorably for them.
Ja, ons het al 'n hele paar goeie oomblikke gehad vir die Darling span, maar soos ons genoem het, dis te veel van 'n individuele spel wat ons het. Die samespel tussen die Darling manne wat net so bietjie ontbreek het vandag.
Yeah, we'll see later today where the Sanlam Confident Player of the Match will be awarded with a check of R1,000. Also Tekkie Town Play of the Day, where the winner will receive a R500 Tekkie Town voucher. Also a big thanks to Vumatal, who has been so instrumental in their support, as well as Rainbow Chicken. The Rainbow Chicken Powerhouse Award, that will go for the player with the highest work rate and effort in the match. And he will receive a voucher of R500. Maybe get some lovely chicken to start a lakkerblaai tonight. Again, big thanks to our partners who've been so instrumental. Fantastic pass by the number 12, Samuel Grelin, vice captain of Saldanha. Saldanha looking to build out of their own 22, as Darling at the moment have no answers against this resolute attack of Darling. Look at the number 8, John van der Vent, again keeping 3 defenders busy. Opportunity on the outside with numbers to burn. It's the 21, Monroe Jacobs, showing a clean pair of heels and scoring a wonderful try to heap the more misery on this Darling side. Suid-Afrikaans sê nou, Heinrich, dit is leesie verby.
Definitief, dit is een van die prent. Monroe Jacobs, soos 'n Durban July donkie hardloop hy en gaan kuier onder die pale.
Absoluut. Invollende flaart, die nommer 21 van Saldanha, Monroe Jacobs. Wys sy spoed en kan jy dit glo? Die nommer 10, Karolis, who's been so brilliant from the kicking tee. A drop goal that Nas Botha will not be happy with. But Saldanha now 57 points to 17 in the lead, with Darling still having a man in the yellow card booth. As we approach the 68-minute mark, it's all gonna still come down to what happens between Robertson and Safkol to see if Saldanha will progress to the semi-finals of the Sanlam Boland Top 12. Number 23, Kamal Seisler, now releasing the outside backs. Is that man again, Matthew Jacobs, the hat-trick hero, giving the chip through, and a favourable bounce for Kamal Seisler, giving the inside pass. It is Saldanha Bay all the way.
Daai stof in die agtergrond is definitief die tornado's op die vlaktes. Dinge wat nou baie verkeerd gaan vir die span van Darling. Kyk net hoe mooi is dit Matthew Jacobs wat weer aangesluit het. Maar die nommer 18 op die rug. Soos 'n agterspeler is hy saam met die losvoorspelers. Koen Klaasen maak seker hy gaan kuier daar vir nog 5 punte vir die span van Saldanha.
Important kick for Karolis to see if he can get the 2 points for his team. He does that. And now Saldanha leading by 64 points to 17. So look at the replay, a fortunate, favourable bounce, and look at the awareness of the skill set that the hat-trick hero, Matthew Jacobs, giving the inside pass to Q-Hayne Clarkson, and look at the dive of the second rower, getting his 5-pointer for the afternoon, and something I know he will be probably talking about the whole week to his family and friends. The number 15, JP Abrams, restarting play as we approach the 70-minute mark. And remember, we're going to mention those players who will be walking with the awards. Number 19 now for Darling. Jan Solomon's almost looking like a Franco Mossad at the moment in how he's a cannonball in the loose. Kevin Martinez taking the ball up. Angelo Thomas playing his experience fly off. And that sums up the day for Darling at the moment. It's been miserable for the men in black. And at the moment, the Saldanha team looking like a team possessed, Heinrich. So dangerous at the moment and is looking to score on every occasion.
Definitief dinge wat nou net uitmekaar raak vir Darling. 'n Loos, ongedwonge fout. Saldanha sit die bal op voet. En weer eens, man wat op die bal duik, ongelukkig net nie beheer oor die bal geneem nie. Maar wat kan ons sê? Saldanha wat nie weet wat aangaan op die oomblik nie, maar definitief, soos ons sien, die man wat van die veld afstap, die van Joshua, het van voor gelei.
Absolutely. Congratulations to Divan Joshua, captain of Saldanha. His last home game as he's been celebrated and honoured by his hometown. As we're back at play with Darling, right winger, Gerard Carolus with a kick through. And a good gather by Rodwell Jonkers as Saldanha is under pressure now. And so much happening all over this wonderful competition. The Sanlam Boland top 12 that is just providing entertainment all over the place. And now having one eye, as Heinrich mentioned, on that Robertson Safcol game, who's got an impact. Remember, the permutation is very clear. Saldanha has done their part by winning, not winning yet, but who said they're going to be winning? But that score now, 30 points to 29 for Robertson. It's going to be a very close finish as Darling gets the all-important try. It's Henwell Cleopas. Heinrich, that man has been everywhere. A well-deserved try by for the loose heads.
Ja, so Henwell Cleopas, 'n masjien vandag gewees. Hy sê vir hulle manne, my naam is Annie Brand.
And we thank our sponsors. Rainbow proudly presented the powerhouse player of the match, which is the captain of Saldanha, Divan Joshua, the man that's playing his last match, a folk hero in this box. So congratulations to the hooker and captain, Divan Joshua.
Divan Joshua, ja, weer eens, wat kan mens meer sê van die talentvolle speler? Jo, wat 'n wedstryd het die man nie gehad het.
Yeah, with just less than 6 minutes in this half, second half of this match. Again, so much happening on the other side with the eyes on that Safcol Robertson match. But back at the action here as the backs are running right here for Darling, but the rest is the ball went forward. And Heinrich, obviously we don't know yet the final outcome of the other match. What do you think is the emotions at the moment of the fans as well as the players, the coaching staff, knowing that their fate is in the hands of another team?
Ja, definitief. Al wat jy kan doen is speel tot op die einde. Maak seker van wat jou taak is van die dag. Ander uitslae sal vir hulle self sorg.
As we get to the 75th minute mark, we're going to be looking at some standout performances. Remember, we'll be rewarding the Sanlam Confident Player of the Match, who will walk away with a R1,000 voucher, as well as the Take It Down Player of the Day, getting a R500 Take It Down voucher. And as you heard earlier, we awarded the hooker of Saldanha, Captain Courageous, Divan Joshua, with the Rainbow Chicken Powerhouse Award for his high work rate and effort in this match, walking away with a rainbow voucher of R500. So good to see the fans having a wonderful time. How good is it to see the local community coming out and supporting their team, Heinrich? A competition like this, the Sanlam Boland Top 12 doing wonders for the community.
Ja, ek dink kom ons gaan laat die spel eerder vloei, maar Saldanha wat weer bietjie los speel, maar Rotwell Jonkers aan die buitekant weer vir Jacobs. Wat nou net die man aan die binnekant aan soek. Dis weer eens in die hande van Monray. Jacobs. Dis Jacobs na Jacobs. Dis Jacobs koffie. Is hy lekker sterk onder die pale van nog 5 punte. En julle sê vir die manne, hier is ons. As ons weer kyk na die replay, die Rotwell Jonkers uitstekende wedstryd vind weer aan die buitekant vir die vleuel Jacobs en aan die binnekant die spoedvraat Monray Jacobs wat in die skrim skakel is, wat oorgegaan het met die verdoelskop wat ongelukkig lyk my daar net onsuksesvol was. Telling wat nou mooi opgeskuif het, as ek bedoel. Die verdoelskop wat tog wel daar was. Telling is nou 71 punte teenoor 22 en dit lyk aklig.
Yeah, with just less than over 3 minutes left in this second half, it's been a one-way show. It's been the Saldanha show, 17-1 points to 22 over the desperate Darling, who hasn't had the best match today.
Saldanha advantage.
It's been all the red and blue train that has been on fire from minute 1. As Darling looks to get some sort of pride out of this match. Lewis with a flat pass. Wade Warnick gets the offload. Opportunity on the outside. It's the number 14, Gerrit Carolis. Can he finish in the try line? Yes, he can. As Darling gets the consolation try against Saldanha. Fantastic finish.
Ja, weer eens mooi deur die hande gegooi. JT Abrams het aan die buitekant. As ons gou weer na die replay kyk, Lewis wat die bal deur die agterlyn gooi. En mooi reg het gemaak aan die binneveld, maar tog die bal wat weggekry word. JP Abrams vind daar aan die buitekant vir Gerrit Carolis. En waar gaan kuier hy? Definitief net een pad en dis in die hoekie.
Yeah, with just less than 2 minutes to go. Score 17-1 points to 27 in the favour of the home side. Saldanha with a kick to come for Lewis.
Oh, you're still on time, no? Huh?
And maybe as we just reminisce a bit about this young man's career, Heinrich Lewis, he's been at the Lions, as I said, he's been at Boland, he's been all over the park and all over the country, and look at the wonderful kicks. He's had a wonderful career, indeed.
Definitief, as die skeieregter hy vletjie plaas, wat 'n manier vir Lewis. Nie die beste van kragmetings gehad nie, maar met so skop uit te gaan en te sê, manne, nou is ek klaar. Wat 'n manier vir Lewis, maar hats off vir die span van Saldanha. Hulle was regtig in 'n klas van hulle eie. As ons ook net die skoknuus moet deurbring. Robertson wat vir Safko met 30 punte teenoor 29 geklop het. Dit was ongelukkig net genoeg om vir Saldanha uit die semifinale uit te hou. Maar weer eens, wat 'n briljante aksie het ons nie gesien hier vandag nie. Darling wat net gelyk het of hulle nie aan die brand kan kom nie. Maar Saldanha oorgeskakel na 'n tweede ratoe in die laaste 20 minute.
Yes, and that concludes this round 5 match between Saldanha and Darling, as home side is victorious by 71 points to 22 in the Sanlam Boland Top 12 competition. My name is Charles van Vollenhoven, and it's been a pleasure being in the commentary box, joined by Heinrich Goos, who has joined me in the commentary box. It's been a festival of running rugby, where the community has been really treated to some amazing rugby, and we sign off in what has been a fantastic day. And we look forward to the semi-finals of this wonderful competition coming up next weekend. So stay tuned, stay hydrated, stay safe, and we'll see you next week for the semi-finals of the Sanlam Boland Top 12 as we go downstairs to Brent Wayne the vet.
Our first award is going to the Rainbow Chicken SA Award, and that is the captain, Devon Joshua. And that's the captain, Devon Joshua. Devon, I'm going to come back to you again a bit later, being the winning captain. But how special was this game today?
Ik wil net dankie zeggen aan die hemelse vader wat ons deurgedraaid, man. Vandaag was een baie emotionele dag. Het was mijn laatste dag van rugby. Ik zat daar bij. Maar ik is niet klaar bij die clubje. Ik zal altijd terugploegen aan de gemeenschap. En ik heb lief geraakt van rugby, niet voor Saldanha bij, maar voor de hele Boland en voor de rugby buiten. So ik zal definitief terugploegen aan de gemeenschap als het komt bij rugby.
Well deserved, phenomenal performance today. As mentioned, I'm coming back to you again a bit later on, so just stand close by. Our Rainbow SA power play of the day. And then of course, Tekkies Town right now. And firstly up, from a Darling point of view, it is the number 1, Cleo first. Of course, the first Tekkie Town is going to the number 1. A great performance by the number 1. And then our Tekkie Town play of the day from Saldanha, the home side, is going to none other than the awesome number 15, Yonkers. Well, he was absolutely sensational first off and also second off as well with a good couple of tries. And then we are going to move along to the losing captain first, and that is Mitchum Fortuin. That's Mitchum Fortuin. Well, let's move on to the winning captain, and that is, of course, Devon Joshua. We had Devon early on here as well. And, of course, he did mention it was a very emotional day for him today. Wel, hier kom hy weer. Daar sê Devon, ek het jou gesê, gaan vir jou weer kry. Wow, what a performance once again. And of course you won early on Rainbow Power Play, but overall your gameplay phenomenal, dominating. What went well for you guys today?
Ons het gewiet, die doel waar ons gekom het vandag was 5 punte in point difference. So ons gespeel na steekpunte toe en hy is om die bal te dra en domineer in die kontak. En hy het ons ook gevat in defense. So hy het vir ons die spaak gegee en ons het net die voet op die petrol gehou. En ons gekiel.
En ja, so 'n paar van die mense daar skree captain, captain. Devon, jy het regtig 'n groot impak gemaak, man. Wat sal jy nou vandag saam met jou vat vorentoe vir die toekoms?
Ek sal sê rugby is so 'n sport wat different personalities het, man. En as jy almal se personalities in 'n ding gooi en jy kan 'n kombinasie daar uitkry om 'n equal level te maak. Dit is waaroor rugby gaan. En dan sal jou span goed doen. So, het gaan nie regtig oor die beste coach of die beste kaptein en daai nie. As jy die beste uit die play uit kan kry, dan sal hy perform so 'n dag perform het. En ek glo dit maak nie saak wat 'n play het is nie. Hy sal die beste uit hom kry as hy hom geniet en as 'n familie saam kan gel.
Wel, Devon, jy sê dit nou so mooi en dit is hoekom jy seker in daai posisie is as 'n kaptein. Daai woorde wat natuurlik eerste helfte en tweede helfte 'n groot rol vir jou span gespeel het. Once again, brother, I wish you all the best for the future. It's your last game, and of course, I'm pretty much sure you're going to be in the team management side now as well, forward.
Ek dink ek moet eers 'n bietjie sabbatical vat.
Sabbatical indeed, but well deserved, and of course, go and celebrate tonight and make it beautiful.
Sê dankie aan al die mense buite man.
And of course, if we still have, just after this, Mitchum Fortuin. And then lastly, if we can just have a few words with Fortuin, Mitchum Fortuin, the captain of Darling. Mitchum, things maybe didn't go the way you were planned.
Ja, eerstens wil ek dankie sê aan die Hemelse Vader dat ons veilig hier gekom het en dat die game kan plek gevat het. Ja, het was tough geweest. Wat net die ander gang gekom het. It's a bad day vir ons geweest. Ja.
En natuurlijk, toe julle inkom, was 'n groot berg wat julle moes klim, 80 punte, is 'n klomp drieë. It's a lot of pressure, right?
Ja, tweede helfte het ons gedink ons gaan spaak en waar ons opgetel het, die 'n paar drieë te geskoor het. Ons staan so maar en toe gaan lê die manne weer. Ek weet nie, was 'n bad day, ja.
En dan laastens, wat sal jy vat van hierdie hele seisoen vir volgende jaar?
Ja, van die seisoen as kaptein wil ek dankie sê dat ek hulle kon gelei het. Ek het nou die manne gedank, ja. Die young lads, hou aan, weer hard, kom elke dinsdag en donderdag en as daar verwag word om Saterdag te oefen, kom oefen. Het werk net aan jou skill. We staan om first team rugby te speel en op die competitive rugby te speel, weer baie. So ja, werk aan jouself is.
It is the captain for Darling, Mitchum Fortuin. Mitchum, all the best for the season again next year.
Thank you very much, thank you.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, dames en heren, that's a wrap. What a game we had. I'm going to call the rest of the crew, Charles and also Heinrich, as ons hom kan kry gou aan die kant, just to hear their post-match input. Menere, what a game we witnessed.
Yeah, it's been an absolute fantastic game between Saldanha and Darling. Saldanha's crowd has really come out in the numbers and have been absolutely fantastic. I think it's been a great game. It's been a brilliant showcase of running rugby, and just to see Saldanha scoring sensational tries, as you mentioned earlier, Brent. Fantastic play between backs and forwards, and again, just exuding what Boland rugby is all about, and an absolute fantastic finish to this round 5 action.
Heinrich, as well, we saw individual brilliance from Jonkers, Jacobs, Cleophas, absolutely phenomenal.
Ja, daar was talent oorvloed vandag. Daar was soveel ouens wat hand opgesteek het vir die Sanlam Confident Player of the Match. Maar Matthew Jacobs, buitekant soos 'n greyhound bus weg gewees. En al sy overall play was nie net briljant gewees nie, maar uitstaande.
And of course, boys, just to wrap up everything, it looks like it's Safcol and Robertson that will proceed further to the playoffs.
Yeah, very sad in terms of the score between Safcol and Robertson. Unfortunately, with Safcol losing 30 points to 29, Saldanha doing their part, scoring fantastic tries, getting the win, and the bonus win rather, and it's just so unfortunate, especially for the people and the fans. I really feel for them, but I think that Saldanha, by the people of Saldanha, can be so proud of their team. They've done fantastically well representing the community, and I think their fans can give them again a big round of applause for fantastic gameplay that they've shown today. Well done to this team.
Well, it's been absolutely phenomenal. Heinrich, any last few words?
Vir Divan Joshua en Earl Lewis, baie dankie vir alles wat julle vir rugby gedoen het die laaste paar jaar. Ek dink rugby gaan julle definitief mis.
And then, of course, save the best for last. The Sanlam confident player, he was absolutely phenomenal. He scored 3 tries. It is none other than Jacobs, the winger. Matthew, I know you're tired, man. I can see. You just want to relax. But, oh, wow. The first 10 minutes, you guys were struggling to find the rhythm. But eventually, you got the rhythm. And, of course, phenomenal team play from your backline, allowing you, setting up some phases for you to go into the gaps.
Ja, soos ek kan sê, is rugby se spansport. So ek wil net dankie sê aan my spanmaats weer eens. As dit nie vir hulle was nie, dan sou dit nie moontlik gewees het vir my om oor die doellyn te gaan nie.
And of course, that one try now, the last, I think it was in the 67th minute, power run by your number 6 and offloading to you. How special was that?
Nou, daai was baie special. Ek sal dit vir altyd onthou. Veral dat dit nou die laaste game was op ons tuisveld en ek kon my 3-3 gedruk het. So ja.
Matthew Jacobs, once again, all the best, and I'm just wishing you prosperity for the future.
Baie dankie. En baie dankie vir die supporters. Julle was amazing.
There you have it, our Sanlam Confident Player of the Day right here. It is also done on the home side. Sanlam Boland top 12. It's been absolutely phenomenal with round 5. I'm bringing in the boys just one more time. Charles and Heinrich once again. That's Sanlam Confident Player Matthew Jacobs. Boys, just to wrap everything up, how special, how phenomenal was he today? Heine starts with you.
Soos ek vroeër genoem het, hy was briljant geweest. Sy overall spel tussen hom en Rotwell Jonkers was dit 'n flip coin op wie die confident player of the match gaan wees. En ek dink ons het definitief die regte besluit gemaak. Jong man met baie talent, sien 'n baie goeie toekoms vir hom.
Charles, how special was that today to see him witnessing in those jet shoes?
Yeah, Sanlam Boland Top 12 is here to stay. I think it's a fantastic platform for all players, coaches and management alike. And as we saw now, just the emotions high with Devon Joshua getting a bit of a nice huddle to celebrate his wonderful career. And also the future of Saldanha rugby is indeed bright.
Well, that's a wrap for us today. It is blue, white and red. They are going to celebrate definitely here, Heinrich. Ietsie lekkers in Afrikaans soos jy nou deur die wedstryd vir ons gesê het, net so vir oulaas.
Ja, definitief. Wat 'n goeie afsluiting vir Saldanha. Dis jammer, dit was net te kort geweest van die wenstreep. Maar ek is seker van die jongspan van Saldanha sal hulle trots wees vanaand en lekker feesvier saam met hulle supporters. En ek dink ons kan op 'n beter noot hier afsluit hê.
Maar nou ja, die lemoene is opgeëet, die druiwe is ook opgeëet, maar ek kan vir een ding verseker, die glasies gaan heeltyd vol bly vanaand. It is Sanlam Boland top 12. The last match, round 5, it is going to the home side, Saldanha, with a prominent, dominant performance as the youngsters are starting to celebrate here as well. That's it for us. Thank you so much.
Got style? We got the kicks. Goals? We got the gear. Places to go. Peeps to see. Things to do. We got you with the great brands you love at the great prices you deserve. Who are we? We are real. And real sees real.